This podcast is part of the Planet Broadcasting Network.
Visit planetbcasting.com for more podcasts from our great mates.
Mason, this very special minimum effort episode of The Weekly Planet is brought to you by two sponsors.
Very good.
Casper.com.
Love those guys.
We'll get to them in a bit. There'll be what's called in the biz a mid-roll, which will come a bit later. Get ready for that.
I'm ready.
But up top, we've got a sponsor from way back. One of our faves, Mac Weldon.
The great man.
The great
I
man.
assume Mac Weldon is a man?
He sounds like a man. Yeah. Do they? I think they only do men's clothing as well. That's my understanding.
That's what I say, good.
That's what you say? Good.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't know what Mac Weldon are, first of all, that's okay.
Yeah.
you don't
There's a device. You might even be using that device right now. It enables you to look up what Mac Weldon is. It's called an Encyclopedia Britannica. Get onto it, nerd. Crack open that book. A, apparel, comma, men's, the only section. Mac Weldon.
They're a quality clothing company that believe in smart design, premium fabrics, and simple shopping. You've been to the website, Mason. You love navigating a shop online your phone.
But sometimes it's so difficult.
Is it this difficult this time?
No, it's easy.
That's all we need to say then. I think we've driven that point home, haven't we?
I agree.
All their products are also naturally antimicrobial, which basically means, Mason, they eliminate odor, which is great for
a couple of stinky boys in a hot podcast room.
That's right, yeah. And when we're talking clothing, we're talking underwear, we're talking socks, we're talking shirts that look good. They perform well too. They're good for working out, going to work, going on dates, just everyday life. The t-shirts are my favourite, Mason. I don't mind saying that. I don't mind saying that and also being paid to say that.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
I'm happy for both to take place.
Are Mac Weldon happy for you to say it and get paid for it?
I assume so.
Probably the former more than the latter. They'd rather do it for free. But.
Sure, yeah. They also want you to be comfortable. So if you don't like your first pair, say, of underwear, you can just keep them and they'll refund you, which is that's a good deal if you're not happy. But I'd imagine you would be happy. Exactly. We've also got 20% off for anybody listening to this. If you go to macweldon.com and use the promo code PLANET, as in the Weekly Planet, but just Planet.
Yes.
You get your 20% off, which is it's good. It's
quite a lot. It's a good deal.
It's 1 out of 5 if it was a fraction. I've done some conversion there.
Oh, that was very good.
Thank you.
Converted it to metric.
I have, yes. That's right. That's macweldon.com, promo code PLANET.
Nice.
Let's do it.
All right.
Red hot comic book movie news, shooting up your butthole. The Weekly Planet, The Weekly Planet.
James.
Hello.
James, I've just come to the house.
Yeah.
And I can't help but notice you got there's a bloody for sale sign out the front. And look, I know, mate, I know times are tough, but do you have to sell the man cave?
What have you got us into this time, Mason? This scenario that you sprung on me in the last minute.
Mate, come on, mate. Look, you're doing all right, mate. Come on. How am I gonna come in here and grab myself a bloody energy drink out of this branded fridge? Where am I gonna put my throw pillow that says 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila floor?
Why do you bring that with you anyway?
How am I gonna look at this bloody picture of a bearded man punching a shark? All this stuff that I love. Come on, mate. I mean, we're making a couple of bucks, aren't we? You got a little bit of a something right there. Why don't you read your little copy there? You got a little copy there, haven't you?
I've got a little bit of copy here, Mason.
Might make you feel a bit better. Go on, mate.
Are you talking copy in terms of ad copy?
Yeah.
All right,
Just
good.
give that a read. You'll feel a bit better, mate. Come on.
Mason, this will help everybody out because sometimes you book ads for shows that you're not doing in January because you'll be away, and then you have to put them in the one clip show. Have you ever had that happen to you?
Nah.
No? Okay, good. Our second sponsor for this week, Mason, is Casper. You familiar with them?
Yeah. Great mattresses.
Great mattresses, Mason, at very affordable prices. They're designed for humans by humans. If you can believe that.
No.
Yes.
I've had to think about it. I can believe it.
You can believe it, yeah. Yeah, because, you spend a third of your life sleeping, Mason. Or worrying about your man cave being sold, obviously. Yeah.
I feel bad about it.
Yes, it's no good, isn't it?
This is a real Save the Rec Centre situation.
And they provide all the support the human body needs. In all the right places. It's a great quality. They combine multiple supportive memory foams, Mason, and they're breathable and helps you cool and regulate your sleep pattern, which is what
it's all about. Regular sleep pattern.
Hot time now. It is absolutely it is. There's 3 models original Casper, the Wave, and the
And the Zinger.
and spicy. No, and the Essential. And they also offer a wide variety of products to ensure an overall sleep quality. The reason they're so affordable also, Mason, is because they cut out the middleman and they sell directly to the consumers. They might go through, say, a podcast.
Yes.
But if you
we don't count as a middleman.
No, that's right, exactly.
We don't have a warehouse. We only have a man cave that's in jeopardy. It's in jeopardy, James, this drama.
It's in jeopardy. There's a lot of drama. The stakes have never been higher in this real scenario.
That's right.
Because this very specific portion of my house that definitely exists might be being sold.
It's on the back of a truck right now.
You can actually be sure of your purchase with Casper's 100-night risk-free sleep on it trial. So if you're 100 nights, you're like, I don't like this. They'll you can get a refund on
That's
that.
right.
That's
They'll
not
pick
a
it up from
problem.
your house. They'll
Pick
take
up
it
from
away.
Your house, exactly. Mason, it says here, personal experience brackets required.
I've got one. I bloody love
Okay,
it.
good.
What do you reckon about that?
You enjoy that sleep, don't you?
I do. There's
like this-
nothing better, especially as an old man. There's
Yep.
nothing better than a good night's sleep. An uninterrupted good night's sleep, let me tell you.
And Mason, if you wanted to get $50 off any mattress, you can actually do that. You can start sleeping ahead of the curve with Casper. Casper.com/TheWeeklyPlanet and using the promo code TheWeeklyPlanet.
Nice.
Can you believe that? Terms and conditions do apply. So read those.
Read those up,
if
yeah.
you want to, or ignore them as most people do. That's up.
No, read them.
Read them. 100% read them. I think that's everything. Yeah.
Wow. See, didn't that felt good, didn't it, James? That'll bring in a couple of bucks, won't it?
It should
But
bring
I
in.
sense, James, that it's not just about the money. You just don't feel the passion for the man cave and the podcast anymore. So I'll tell you what I'll do.
What we do?
We gotta work together as a team, James. What I'm gonna do
Yeah.
is I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna engage in some cockamamie schemes to see if I can get the money to save the man cave. And in the meantime, what I want you to do is I want you to focus on some of the fond memories that we have of the man cave. Maybe just from the last year.
Okay.
No further back than that.
That's
Just
very
the last,
specific.
Just the last 12 months.
So you are going to have a cockamamie scheme.
Yes.
And I have to sit here.
Just focus on fine memories. You can do
Sure.
it, mate. Come on.
Instead of focusing on fine memories, can I get, say, Raw Collings to edit together a clip show and I can just insert
you just
that in?
email him while I'm away with the scheme,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then he'll put together a clip show, and he
Yep.
can just
good.
you can just insert it in here. We probably won't have to do an episode this week.
And I can eat fruit or whatever.
You can eat some fruit.
I'd love to eat
Yeah.
some fruit. It's summertime. I love fruit.
Nice.
For people wondering who maybe don't make it all the way to the end of all these classic memories, we'll be back on the 22nd of January.
That's right.
So after this, it's going to be 2 weeks off. There'll be some videos.
If we get the man cave
Oh,
back,
my
I mean, you might have
goodness.
to. You gotta get to the end because maybe there won't be any more episodes of the Weekly Planet.
You don't know.
You don't know.
That's what's happening there. There'll be some stuff on the YouTube channel though going up. I'm ramping it all down for the next couple of weeks, but there might be some bloody caravan of garbage in the works and a few bits and pieces here and there.
Very
Mason.
nice.
Don't you worry about that. But huge thanks to Raw Collings for putting this together.
That's right.
How does
Great
he do
man.
it? How does
Dunno.
he do it?
Dunno.
I mean, editing.
Yeah,
software.
probably editing software. Yeah,
Time
it's got
codes.
ears. It's got ears and a brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a heart.
And a heart.
You need that.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Anyway, get your slow typing fingers ready and your fast banana eating fingers, and I'm gonna go out and scheme, and we'll be back. We'll be back in an hour or so, probably.
It's much longer than that.
More than an hour.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Weekly Planet, official podcast of comicbookmovie.com, where we talk movies, comics, TV shows. My name is James, also known as Mr. Sunday. With me, as always, is my co-host, Nick Mason.
It's me, and I'm in a flurry.
I-
McFlurry, because you, before the show, you said some crazy things.
I
which
did not. I said very reasonable things about breakfast menus. In every cafe, it's all the same. A big breakfast, a vegetarian breakfast, eggs on toast, corn frittata, avocado smash.
Yeah, but
it's
what
the
I-
same like 5 things.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that the quality levels differ. And I said...
No, but
if
it's
you-
all pretty good in Melbourne. It's either really bad or it's fine.
Yeah.
Like it's...
No, I think there's some great places. And then I said, what about a waffle? How good's a waffle? And then you said, no, you can get frozen waffles at the
No,
supermarket.
because you said, I want waffles now, where can I get them? And I said, you could go and get them from the supermarket if you really want them.
Yes.
That's not how I would eat them, but I'm saying if you really want them, you can.
But anyway, in any case, I've found them on Uber Eats, and I'm going to get them delivered during the podcast.
I do not endorse this.
So it's happening. It's too late.
You know what I do endorse, though?
What's that?
With me as always, my co-host, Nick Mason.
That's right. The guy who doesn't know what Star Wars is.
Ah, no!
He's back. I hope nothing Star Wars related happens this week, because he don't know nothing about it.
This is my least favourite recurring joke on this podcast.
Saying it's a character is very generous also. It is the merest wisp of a character that I maintain for literally seconds at a time, and then I give up on it. Let's see what happens, shall we?
Well, I think we should. This will be like a things missed.
Oh,
Or,
yeah,
what,
okay.
What did you see? The secrets. 'Cause I
Tom
didn't-
Holland's not American at all.
That's right.
Hello. Why? I saw the Avengers. I saw the Avengers in the cinema with all my mates. And who knew? Then very shortly afterwards, I'd be in the Avengers and I'd be Spider-Man.
Did you notice his Hollywood hair?
Yeah.
He's got Hollywood hair
It's
now.
got Hollywood hair now, right?
It only takes a few months, doesn't
You
it?
get Hollywood hair. It's something in the water. Something in that LA water.
It must be.
Num, 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 num,
it's
num.
the water and the sunshine,
We should get some
baby.
shipped down.
I think so. If you live in the area. Well, let's talk about Spider-Man, though, because there's a few...
Now I'm friends with Robert Downey Jr. and whoever was on my left. I can't remember.
So Thanos.
Yeah,
We see a bit of concept art.
We see him and he's got a nice sleeveless tee on.
Absolutely. He does look a bit like Vin Diesel, doesn't he? He's got that
Yeah.
kind of look. He should probably wear a hat. He looks a bit weird with his bald head.
Because he looks like a big purple egg.
Yeah, he does look like a purple egg. But
He looks like a purple Twitter egg.
they were talking about...
The ultimate villain. Just somebody trolling you on Twitter.
They were talking about how...
He's had a reimagining. That's what this is.
Absolutely, yeah. They were talking about how since, like, pretty much day one, or since the Avengers, it's been...
More like Captain Lay America, send. Do you want me to do more Tom Holland?
Sure. Just cap it. Bookend it.
Oh, yeah.
Go.
Hello.
Freshen your drink. He has to get everyone's drinks. 'cause
Yeah,
he's
absolutely.
new, yeah.
Why do you think he's got the mocap? I reckon maybe it's web fists.
Oh, cool. Web fists would be great. Yeah, maybe.
I glued my hands together, sir. Mr. Stark.
Maybe it's to stop him touching his hair. Touching his Hollywood
Maybe it's just
hair.
him to stop touching himself at night.
Perhaps. He's a young man. All right. Next topic.
Yeah.
Spider-Man posters. Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yes.
We've got 3.
Yeah, we did.
Were they international? Potentially.
Maybe.
I liked the look of them, though. Did you enjoy what they're about?
Me too. That.
You say me did? Me
Yeah,
did.
me did. Me did. I've been talking a lot this weekend.
Yeah. There's one where he's on the side of the Avengers Tower.
That's what I was going to say. I woke up this morning feeling really
From the
hung-
strangest dream.
It's in
I
the
was in
biggest
the army the world has ever seen. We're marching as one. Unload the Holy Grail.
Holy Grail.
Man.
Hunters and Collectors. It's a
Can we do
classic.
the whole thing? Do you mind?
Oh, no, let's do it. It's a classic Oz rock anthem. I woke up this morning. Don't do it. Feeling hungover.
I nearly did it
I
again.
know, right? What if we got trapped in a loop forever? I just felt really hungover, and I didn't drink yesterday. It was just so much interaction with other
Right,
human
yeah.
beings. It just broke my brain.
Absolutely.
We're talking about Homecoming. There we go.
Homecoming, yeah.
They were very colourful. I like
Yeah, I
them.
like
Very
him.
primary coloured.
Yeah.
Great.
I like that suit more and more the more I see it. Spider-Man Homecoming has a new trailer, Mason.
Ah, it sure does.
I did a breakdown of it.
If you're wondering specifically how the bank robbers give Spider-Man a bit of trouble
I was
in that
actually.
sequence,
Yeah.
it'll tell you.
How?
Oh, it's with
Some kind
some sort of special weapon.
Gravity claw
Gravity weapon,
gun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Your dog's just made an awful smell.
That's
the
you.
worst.
It's you.
No, it's it's so unpleasant. What is wrong with you, dog? Can you not smell that? That is horrendous. Take a deep breath. Believe in
No, I'm
yourself.
not taking it.
No, you have to. It's your dog. It was better when you were out of continuity, dog. When you didn't exist. Ruined my life with your smells. Anyway, the point is we see even more of that action sequence where he fights the bank robbers in Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yes. They're revealing who every character is.
Right, great.
Like, there's a few characters that I don't actually know who they are, but like, it's a month out.
Yeah,
it's
right.
a month out.
Just let it go. We're all going to
Pump
see
the
it.
brakes, mate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We got Tom Holland showing up before the movie I'm watching, going, "Hello, it's me, Tom Holland."
It's
hang on,
my
hang on.
dream.
Where's my Tom Holland voice? Where's the range? Hello, it's me, Tom Holland. I just wrapped up on me movie, and I'm so happy to be here, telling you to watch the trailer for Spider-Man Homecoming.
I'm just a poor boy from London.
I'm just happy to be away from the bleak cold of old Blighty in sunny Southern California.
We were saying before, this is not Black Panther related. It's all comic books, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
And
fine.
I'm not talking about
It's
my
the vibe. That's the important thing.
So I'm not talking about my miserable life either. So this is fine. It's on point. Got some more Marvel news, Mason. Though.
I'm ready.
This is interesting. Some people hate it. Some people love it. I tend to love it. Let's see what you think.
Okay.
Spider-Man.
say hate it.
Peter Parker is in Spider-Man. Is in Iron Man 2. He's the kid.
Oh, that's right.
With the Iron Man mask who Tony
Yeah.
Stark saves from the War Machines. That's not what they are.
Yeah, that's right.
The Justin
so,
Hammer.
So there's the Hammer bots, the Hammer drones, I guess. They all get activated and they run rampant through the Stark Expo, which is in Queens.
Yes.
It's taking place in Queens. And Peter Parker, who is from Queens originally, they're saying is the little boy who stands up to the Hammer drones, and then Iron Man flies in and blasts him, and then he takes off again.
Yeah, and that's why it's his hero.
Yeah, and then the reveal was because apparently didn't Tom Holland went to Kevin Feige and he was like, hello,
it's me.
hey,
I've got one wish.
begging your pardon, Mr. Feige. But he read on the internet that this theory was a thing, and he went, Mr. Feige, Master Feige.
Oh, bless your cotton socks.
And Feige was like, yeah, it's true, why not?
Fine, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't change anything, really,
Yeah,
does
exactly.
it? I think it adds a little bit. I don't mind, this kind of stuff.
Sure.
It makes sense in the universe.
Look, we all love this kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's it. All right. Marvel's Inhumans got a teaser trailer,
Which
I don't really
told
remember.
us and showed us nothing.
Yeah, there was something about overthrowing someone else.
Yep.
Presumably Black Bolt. And then we got...
Do you know what his real name is?
No.
It's Blackagar Boltagon.
Is it really?
Yes.
Blackagar Boltagon.
Correct.
Great.
I'm just going to double check. That's off the top of my head. I just remembered that, but I'm just going to double check.
I need to know whether that's true, and I need to know now.
Or I'm bloody having a lender view.
Yeah.
Look, if it's not that, it's almost equally stupid.
Well, look, if it's not that, that's what we're going to call
His
it.
name's
now.
Blackagar Boltagon.
Very good.
Yep. Yeah. It's very convenient.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is in a way. Mm-hmm. Do you think the name Black Bolt came first, and then they gave him then they retconned it to be,
Yeah.
oh no, his real name
Yeah.
is Blackagar
Yes.
Blopalon.
It's not like they called him. It's not they were like they went in the Marvel offices one day and somebody's like, I've got an idea for like a superhero secret identity. His name's going to be Blackagar Boltagon.
But I just can't think of the
Look,
name.
I guess he could be like a regular guy, but when he's in his costume, what is he then? I don't know. And then just some intern, like we cut to this montage and it's on a blackboard,
Okay, it's not the
a
whiteboard.
Blackagar board.
Yeah.
And they're just going back. It's the 60s and they're just going back and forth and they're drinking cups of coffee and days on the calendar are flying off. And then all
Everyone's
of a sudden,
darting up.
Yeah, yes, exactly. And then one day, like a young Stan Lee should be there already because he's a middle-aged man at this point.
He's 44.
And he just walks up and he scratches off Agar and Agon. And people are like, oh, he's done it again.
Who is this wonder kid? I actually have old man news, if you don't mind. Not old man Logan news. which
Your
would
old
be-
man.
No,
Your
he's
dad.
fine. He's
Oh,
loving
okay.
life, mate.
Great.
But remember that old man? It's in the best of episode, if anyone listened to that. The slowest old man in the world.
Shuffling down your street, yeah.
I went outside today to take my bins out, as I do. It's a classic move.
Sunday, it's been night.
That's exactly it. Anyway, so he's there. He's got his old man clothes. He's got his cane.
Cardigan?
No, because it's hot. It's hot here, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
Might have been a
old
polo.
Old people can't tell though. They're always
That's
in a
true, they
cardigan.
don't know.
Maybe he's in a summer cardigan.
I didn't appreciate how trim this man was until seeing him. Like, he's 90 if he's a day.
Yeah.
But he's shuffling up there, and I'm like, look at this guy go. So he looked.
He's got the abs. He's got the.
He
He's got the
does.
V.
The V, yeah.
He's got the V at his crotch.
So he looked exactly the same in every way except backwards hat. He had a
Nice.
backwards hat on.
Nice.
I don't know why,
Wow.
but I appreciate it.
World's
yeah.
raddest grandpa.
Exactly.
If you ask me.
It reminded me from, remember that ad from The Simpsons where all the old people are drinking soda or whatever,
Yeah.
and they're like, yeah, extreme. It was like that. It was the best thing I've ever seen. Anyway, he's still
incredible.
outside, so we could...
The best old man thing I've ever seen is I was going past a shopping mall one time and
Yeah.
I see like this Harley Davidson pull up to the curb. It's like this mint Harley Davidson with
Right.
this incredible roar. And like this dude gets off and he's in the jeans and the boots and the leather jacket.
Just black and chrome, mate.
And he just takes the helmet off and he's like one of those silver fox old guys. He's like, 70 or whatever, but he's like trim and he's on
Yeah.
a bike and he's like maintained his cool and he just steps off the curve and like as he puts his foot down, like he gets bumped by like a guy in like the same age, but like in a like a full beige outfit and just pushing a little cart,
That sounds like a beef. That
yeah,
sounds like there was
yeah.
some beef there. Yeah.
They started out both as just as cool young men,
I
and they
bet
went in
they
different
were,
directions. Yeah.
Yeah. And one went Peter Fonda and the other one went...
Jane Fonda.
I was going to say Jane Fonda, but isn't she still cool?
I bet she is. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet she is. Yeah, good on her. But very interesting.
We've
I
also
say.
reached. It's currently winter. It's autumn in Australia, and so we've reached the point where I'm
All
going to be.
the leaves are brown.
The leaves are brown and the sky is grey.
And the sky is grey.
I went for
I went for a walk on a winter's day. On a winter's day.
Anyway, so
So you were
I
saying?
was going to say that we've reached the point where I'm going to be continually sick for about 6 months. So you're going to have to keep editing out coughs.
Oh, no.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll have to leave that one in to kind of to make sure people get
Yeah.
that.
Do you love Star Wars, Mason?
It's pretty good.
So you're not the guy who doesn't know what Star Wars is today.
Not today.
Okay, good. That makes my job much easier. There was a new The Last Jedi TV spot.
Oh, who's this at the door?
Oh, no. Come in, I guess. Who could this be?
Hey, it's me.
Hey, what? Yeah, what?
Oh, sorry, this is the wrong house. I'm going to go. I couldn't be bothered doing it.
Did you leave when he came to the door? Or did you answer the door?
I was here. I was just sitting here mortified that someone would be here interrupting our fine podcast time. I wonder what that guy's deal was. I didn't.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
What? So he didn't want anything. It was just in the wrong house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I hope he finds what he's looking for.
Me too.
Hope he goes under a bus. How about that?
Jeez, all right.
What else we got here? Okay, look, I did a breakdown of The Last Jedi D23.
And you had a breakdown
And
also.
I had a breakdown doing it. That's on my YouTube channel. I'll link it below. Feel free to check it out, Mason.
Okay.
On your own time, obviously.
Okay, cool.
Time is money here.
All right, no, I understand.
We need to get through
Yeah,
this.
no, I get it.
Yeah. Anything that you liked from it, because I'm sick of it.
Well, there was a nice little send off. Carrie Fisher had a little.
Yeah.
She said it was all about family. That was nice. I
Yep.
thought. Let me think. Mark Hamill was in it.
It was, wasn't it?
There was a Admiral Akbar joke towards the end there.
He said it's a rap
Yep.
because it sounds.
Yep.
He has a catchphrase.
That's what you would say at the end of a film shoot. You'd say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's good. Didn't it? Yep.
Admiral Akbar loves raps.
He does, doesn't
He loves
he?
a salad rap.
Yeah, he does. What else? So we get some Daisy Ridley and what's his name? Big hair, big ears. Adam Driver.
Right?
He has a name. I actually really like him as an actor. They doing some training. He's fighting 2 guys at once.
Yeah.
She gets hit with like 3 sticks.
Uh-huh.
And she blocks 3 at once.
Yeah, okay,
could be
cool.
like the Knights of Ren.
Could
which
be.
would be cool. We don't know whether any of the Knights of Ren are.
Could be the Three Musketeers. They're back.
Yes.
I'm referring to the ones from the 90s.
Chris O'Donnell, Kiefer Sutherland, Oliver Platt,
That's
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie
I did
Sheen.
it.
They do all.
I think I can do the Man in the Iron Mask one.
Okay, go ahead.
Jeremy Irons, Gerard Depardieu. What's his name?
Who's D'Artagnan? Quickly.
What's his name? He was the devil in the Schwarzenegger devil movie from the 2000s.
Andy Garcia?
End of days. No!
Al Pacino.
No! I've blown it. It's
Yep.
done.
Was it not Andy Garcia?
Not in that one.
Okay, right.
Yeah. God damn.
Carry on then.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was not a bad effort though.
Yeah.
It's
It's pretty
admirable.
good.
I can't name the one.
That was
from-
an admirable effort. That was an admirable effort for the dumbest thing, for one of the dumbest things that we've done on the show. Name all the iterations of the Three Musketeers
from the 90s.
from the 90s. Yeah, okay.
But there was one from like 3 years ago, remember? It had the kid from Percy Jackson. And
Yeah,
I couldn't, and Orlando Bloom was the villain.
Yeah.
That's all I could tell you about that one. All right.
What are we talking about?
Do you think this movie's going to suffer from a lack of
What a tremendous breakdown we just did of that new Star Wars behind the scenes footage.
Well, there's a video below. You
Yeah,
want
that's
to
a good
break down?
point. You
It's
can just
there.
click on that, I guess. Yeah,
Also
you're
talk
right.
about some Star Wars theories related to episode 8. There's some good ones in there. Have you ever heard of Bigger Luke?
No.
I won't spoil it for people.
Bigger Luke.
Yes. Do you want me to tell you?
Yes.
Okay, so there's a hypothesis that in the Star Wars universe, there exists 2 versions of Luke Skywalker.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
One
I've heard
is
about
Luke
this.
Prime, one is called Bigger Luke. And they switch scene to scene until their final confrontation in the cave on Dagobah, where Luke Prime destroys Bigger Luke. And so that's what Bigger Luke in the mask.
Right, okay, I get it.
Yeah, because scene to scene in the first Star Wars movie, there's variations in Mark Hamill's height depending on angles or whether
Right,
it's,
sure.
it's a body double or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
So that's the theory behind Bigger Luke. And the idea is that one of them is a clone. And there's all sorts of hints towards Bigger Luke throughout the trilogy. It's pretty
Incredible.
great.
That
So I
sounds
spent a
great.
good 2 to 3 minutes on Bigger Luke.
Very good.
Ryan Johnson also says, from here on out, don't watch any or read any of the publicity stuff. If you
Okay.
want to go in.
Because I'm spoiling it, he says.
Yes.
I'm deliberately putting a spoiler in every promotional piece of work.
I
I'm
think
a real piece of work.
that's right. I think I'm going to do one more trailer.
Okay.
I'll do that breakdown, and then that'll do me.
Wow.
I'm done. Yeah.
But people love them, right?
Yeah, I know, but like
But they're killing you?
no, not even that. I don't want to know. You know what I mean? I want to go in. I want to have something kind of,
Sure.
keep the mystery alive, Mason. It's the same with the relationship. You can always keep them guessing. Never satisfy. Always on the run.
Yeah, good.
Be emotionally distant.
Yep.
You know this.
Oh, absolutely. All the classic moves. Wear a hat with a feather in it. Negging.
Goggles.
Goggles. Wear some goggles.
Mason, do you want some Han Solo news?
Yes.
Bear in mind, even this, I think Screen Geek themselves are like, this is a rumor and this is what we heard, okay? So Disney is bracing themselves for the Han Solo movie to bomb. They were worried about it before the Last Jedi controversy, but now they're essentially writing Solo off. The lead actor, Alden Ehrenreich, can't act.
Oh.
And they had a dialogue coach on hand for all of his scenes. On top of that, the script is unworkable. It's going to be a car crash. They should have said spaceship crash.
Crash.
I think.
Exactly,
don't you think?
yeah.
Because
A Millennium Foul Crash.
yes.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, didn't we hear
An
many months
Imperial
ago?
Star
It wasn't
destroyed.
there we go.
Thanks.
Nice.
It's a trap.
Nice. Didn't we hear months ago that the reason
This
Lord
isn't the deal, Darth Vader. It's Midlando.
Nice. I've got a bad feeling about the acting abilities of the main character of the movie.
Who knows how this is going to go, Mason? One thing's for sure, though.
What is that one thing that's sure?
I need a Star Wars quote. I thought this smelled bad in the movie theater.
Yeah, good.
I think I could have done a better one.
No, that's the best possible one. Don't even worry about it.
I should have said, I thought this smelled bad at the script writing process.
Nah, good, nice.
Or at the casting call.
Yeah. Or inside this Taunton where we've been writing a script full it's covered in Taunton guts. That's why we can't read it.
Mason, do you love The Lion King?
No.
Really? You're not s-
I've never seen it again.
I'm not going to get into that.
Okay.
I wish the guy who's seen The Lion King would knock on the door. Get him in the Blake podcast. Hello, yes, hello.
Hello, it's me, a man who loves The Lion King.
Oh, hey, what do you like about it?
Oh, jeez, I gotta go.
Ah,
I'm late for my dreary office job. I gotta go. I'd give you my opinion. I'd give you some nuanced opinion, but I don't have time. I gotta go.
That's a shame, isn't it?
It is a
Mason?
shame, yeah. That was the perfect guest for this particular news item, but he couldn't stay. What's
Well,
he even doing here, quite frankly?
That's a really good question. I don't know, how did he even know? Is he a fan? How did he know?
Yeah.
And if he is, why does he know where I live? Don't come to my house. That's not odd, obviously.
Once I've finished my office job, I'm coming back.
No!
For you, James. I'm gonna murder you.
So the cast
I'm a crazy fan and I love The Lion King. See, that's the kind of guy you don't want here, right?
You're right. You're absolutely right. I'd rather take you, I guess.
Okay. Bearing in mind, I haven't seen The Lion King. I have no opinion.
Game of Thrones, Mason's going to be filming apparently right up to mid next year. Meaning, this is what that means.
Yes.
We won't get those new episodes, those sweet new drops, Mason. Those fire... other cool terms.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You're really nailing it. I love it.
Until 2019.
We won't get those sweet Game of Thrones dabs until 2019. Everybody's doing a dab on the set.
Better believe it.
Jon Snow doing a dab.
Are you surprised that we haven't seen any of the Game of Thrones people doing a dab on a Snapchat? I mean, they probably have.
They probably have, but we're not in that
missed it.
wheelhouse. Yeah, exactly.
What do you think of the dab?
I don't understand what it is.
It's
I know what it is. But there's nothing else behind that, though, right?
Yeah, it's like planking. It's like teabagging. It's just a thing that people do for an amount of time, and then everybody hates it all
Great.
at once. Mustache news. We're going to talk about this.
This is very good.
Right. So
Can I take the lead on this one?
absolutely, you can.
So apparently,
Yeah.
they've had to do some reshoots on the set of Justice League.
Yes.
with Henry Cavill.
Yep.
The man himself, the Superman.
The Superman.
Superman in Justice League confirmed. We got it.
Hot scoop.
Hot scoop.
Nobody's eating poop today.
That's right. But they've had to bring him back. But he's the villain. Henry Cavill is the villain in Mission Impossible 6.
Yeah.
For which he's grown a ridiculous mustache.
I think he looks good.
It looks pretty good.
Because he's very handsome, though. That's why.
Yeah. See, that's yeah.
Like us, we couldn't pull off that
No,
moustache.
absolutely
Yeah.
not. But apparently, there's been a tiff between, I guess, Warner Brothers and Paramount
Yeah.
over whether or not he's going to shave the mustache to go back and film Justice League. And Paramount have won the tiff, and so
Well done.
Superman is currently on set filming with a mustache.
And what are they going to do?
They're going to CGI the mustache, I guess.
Yes.
Nice. This is what we've always been waiting for, honestly. This is what I feel. This is one of the. This must be a hypothetical I feel we may have discussed before. Maybe not on the show,
Right, yeah.
But like this, you know what? It's the Cesar Romero as the Joker.
It's exactly it.
Where they just
The grease paint.
They just
Yeah.
grease painted over it because he refused to shave it. That's incredible.
I've got 2 hair facts for this video, Mason.
Oh, 2 maybe hair related facts we might have missed.
My first one is that they've stuck with the Superman hairy chest from Man of Steel.
That's true, yeah.
That was the like Henry Cavill and Zack Snyder decided on Man of Steel that look, we're gonna do the hairy chest Superman of the 90s.
Listen, literally nothing else about this movie matters. Doesn't matter whether it's any good or it makes sense. But the one thing we were 100% determined to have is a hairy-chested Superman.
You better believe it. And you had you had a comment about Henry Cavill's stance and posture.
Look, I'm sure he's a very, very well-postured, muscular man.
He is.
In real life. But if you go to like the 39, 40-second mark, there's a moment he's standing in a cornfield or whatever it is, and he turns, and he looks like a duck. I'm right. He's positioned weirdly. He's like, his hips are all displayed out.
He's got a big old duck butt.
He's got a big old duck butt. Looks like Donald Duck. Maybe the fact that he's standing in the cornfield is to cover the fact he's not wearing any pants. He's Donald Ducking it.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Yeah. Mason, you'll love this.
Oh,
I think you've
will
genuinely this you'll like this. You know that Danny Elfman is scoring the Justice League movie.
Justice League, yes.
Correct. We've heard before he's going to bring a version of the John Williams Superman theme, but he's going to flip it on its head.
Ooh.
If you can imagine that.
He's going to do a dab.
He's going to do a dab. So
Dabby
fire.
Elfman.
Dabby Elfman. He's also apparently going to include elements of the 1989 Batman theme,
All right.
which the reason I think you'd love this is because it lends credence to your theory.
They're
that
set in
it's
the same universe.
Even though there's many things to contradict your theory.
Like what?
Like that the ages don't line up.
Nah.
Like that they
Alfred
look-
fell in a Lazarus pit.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Or he's Hush.
Yep.
Maybe he's Hush.
Bruce Wayne used to have a perm and a turtleneck, and now he doesn't. He doesn't even wear glasses.
Fashion, baby, and LASIK surgery.
Okay. You can LASIK hair straight?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
No, but you can do it with your eyes.
I'm sorry, what?
LASIK surgery on your eyes.
Oh, I thought you
That's
meant...
why he doesn't wear glasses anymore.
Okay, gotcha. Yep, good.
Yeah.
Did I mention the glasses? I
Yeah,
may have. Okay,
you did, yeah.
good, yeah. Fine, they're set in the same universe. What do you want?
Yes.
And also, because you're talking about this is the second Joker and there was a Robin and blah, 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 and
Hopefully,
all
yeah.
that kind of thing. So that means it's also set in the Schumacher universe.
Unless Schumacher's not canon.
Yeah, we can pick and choose, can't we?
Exactly.
Anything's canon, whatever you want that thing to particularly be. Do you have anything else to say about that?
Nah.
Okay, so Tom Welling opened up about the season finale of
Was he
Smallville.
sobbing as he did it? Because you said opened up. That's nobody opens up in a happy way.
Sure.
It's always sobbing.
Well, you know, the point of contention of that final episode, which to be fair, I didn't follow it all the way through.
Right.
But Superman he's in it for like the last minute and you don't see him up close.
Correct.
And whatever. So this was the original idea, right? He says our finale was supposed to be in the first act, Clark puts on the suit and flies around, saves Lois on a plane.
Woo!
Yeah, and does some other stuff. He said in the end, I felt like we gave them a good jumping off point for the imagination as to what could happen.
Yeah, I think he's right.
I think he's wrong.
Wow. Let's get Tom Welling
I
on
just
the
think
phone.
that was the point of the show. I mean, maybe not a whole episode, but something. Have him do something as Superman.
Oh, like maybe like...
I mean, he did do something, but I don't know.
yeah, right.
Something more interesting than what they did.
What if the very last scene was him saving the plane? Like
Isn't that what it is?
No, he just flies off.
Oh, okay.
Like he just flies off into the whatever. Like you never actually see him doing.
Do you
his
see him go up
superhero.
to the plane of Lois in the plane and he
No.
waves through the window? I'm 100% sure you see that.
I don't think so at all.
Okay.
Well, look, play it in silence.
I will.
Okay, good. But it would have made you somewhat happier if the last 2 minutes was there's going to be a plane crash or whatever, and he flies up and he catches the plane, and that's the final thing, like him doing something.
Yes, I think
superhero-y.
I think that's better.
Okay, right.
Oh, that's right.
Well, just imagine it then, you dullard.
Well, imagine this.
Yes. I imagine you giving me the finger. Was that? Oh, is this? Ah.
Imagine this, Mason.
Yep. It's great.
Okay, so there's. I should turn this down.
Yeah,
I've got two windows open.
Down and
'cause
off.
I wanted
What are
to
you
play
doing?
this. It's how you opened this. The very
Yeah, I
first.
remember. Yep.
No, there is. He does fly in it. It's not at the very end, but he does do it.
Oh.
Yeah, because he flies out of the Fortress of Solitude and puts it on.
Huh.
Oh, this looks like shit.
Theme song.
Somebody save me. Don't care how you do it, just say it.
Don't look. Don't react like that. Look.
Fucking hell.
I don't.
It's a terrible way to start.
I think
We've just lost
all the
mostly
listeners.
everybody.
Listen, we've got Remy Zero though.
That's
so
true.
they'll be on board. They're gearing up their lawyers. They're ready to sue.
Fucking hell.
Honestly, I don't think they can use the internet. So I think we'll be fine.
Are they still around?
I don't know what's going on.
Mega City 1 is moving ahead.
Yeah,
Carl Urban's in talks.
he's
apparently.
in talks to be Dread.
Love it.
Yeah,
he
me
doesn't
too.
need to be in
What
every
else is
episode.
he doing?
I hope
Occasionally a Star Trek film.
I hope it's a prequel and he doesn't wear the helmet, but they just obscure his face like Wilson
Oh yeah, every episode. Yeah.
for 9 seasons,
Yeah,
and then
that'd
at
be
the
great.
end he doesn't put the helmet on because it's better in your mind. Because I'm a fuckwit, and this is what I think.
Oh no! Oh no! You'll never get a job with the CW, mate. You'll never get. All right, give me some plot summaries for the next few seasons of Arrow. He gets mad at his family.
He gets mad at his family. The city's in trouble.
Yep.
He's okay with killing people, or he isn't.
Yep. Sometimes his sister's dead and then she's alive. Everybody's come back to life.
There's a team up.
Team up. Different coloured arrows.
Yep, someone goes rogue.
Somebody
and
has-
he doesn't like it.
Yep, that's right.
Even though he's
Gone
literally
rogue
rogue
heaps of times.
Yeah.
Yep. Deathstroke's back. He's
Oh,
back
is
for the
he?
current
Yeah.
season.
Oh, he's
yeah.
cool. I like
Yeah.
him. I don't hate Arrow. I'm not against it.
I'm not against it either, but I think you need a break. It's one of those shows where you need a break.
Yeah, and I took a break like 2 years ago and I never
Right.
went back to it.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, Mega City 1, there's also some concept art. What I
Yeah.
want though, so Judge Dredd lives next door to the offices of the judges.
Uh-huh.
Right. And the new judges go next door to offer advice, to get advice for him like Wilson, except it's an upside down fence.
Nice. So you just see the bottom. That's pretty great. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you know what it is? It's a garage door that's stuck midway. And he refuses to duck under, and he won't let anybody in. But it's just like just below the nose height, and so he gives advice from the garage door. That would be great.
You can film it from anywhere.
Yes,
It's perfect.
Carl Urban's actual garage.
That's right. Last bit of news before we get into Star Wars, Mason. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, what? Yes, continue.
Garbage asshole. This other trailer, though, I'm not sure that you would have liked it as much. I'm curious to get your thoughts. Rampage.
Oh yes,
So there's what are the monsters? There's a giant crocodile or
Yep.
lizard. There's a
giant wolf.
and there's a gorilla.
and I think in the sequels there's some other stuff. but-
Yeah, and they're mates.
It seems that way. It seems like in the games they're having a bit of friendly competition.
Yeah, right.
To see who can smash the most buildings.
Who can rampage the most?
But I think in this,
Claire, we can see you creeping around outside the
Stop
podcast
creeping around,
studio,
Claire.
Claire.
I'm measuring up to put furniture in.
wow.
In my own house.
Yeah,
Can you believe it?
You've been told. Now I've lost my train of thought about a movie I'm never going to see.
Oh, we're seeing it.
All right.
Do you think a wolf? Okay, if a wolf and a gorilla were the same size, who wins that fight?
Gorilla.
Yeah, gorilla's got hands as well.
Yeah,
You know, wolf doesn't have hands.
that's true.
Wolf does not have hands, Mason. I need you to remember that.
Okay.
Write it down.
Just for emergency situations. I'm in a burning building and I'm like, oh, I got to remember the thing that James said. And I get the card out. It just says, wolf does not have hands.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, do you think they're going to end? I don't think they're going to end up killing any of these creatures. No, you know what? They'll probably kill the crocodile. Because you can kill a crocodile because it's got like a lizard
That's
face.
true. You can't kill a dog in a movie.
No, you certainly can't.
kill. How many wolves did Liam Neeson kill in Wolf Fight? Did he kill any of them?
It kind of happens at the end, and you don't really see it.
Yeah,
I think
see.
he kills one, but
Right.
there's probably others killed during the film. That's a great film.
Liam Neeson's wolf fight.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, don't go in expecting wolf fights because there's very little wolf fights. But
Wow, that is misleading on a drive level.
yes, it is. But also, bearing in mind, it's not called wolf fight. That's what we call it. It's called The Grey. Anyway, Rampage will not be good because it was by the director of San Andreas. So, yeah, I think that really is. Hang on, the dog wants to go out.
Okay. I'll let the dog out.
Who let the dog out? Mason did. Mason did. Let the dog out. Who let the dog out? He just did it. Just then. The dog's out. Who let the dog out? Mason letting the dog out.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Stop doing that.
Okay, King Kong. You just saw it today, didn't you? King Kong Skull Island. Mm-hmm. King Kong boy. Monkey Man.
Monkey Man, Magic Man.
Yeah, so it's going to apparently take the top spot in the cinema from Logan.
What, are we done with news?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, cool.
What do you want from me, mate? You want more news?
In a way, I do.
Don't have any more. That was too long as is.
All right, fine.
King Kong. So Kong. I'm just going to call it King Kong. All right.
Yeah.
Is that
say
fine?
Kong. You can say Kong.
Okay, good.
But you have to lead with King Kong. Okay, right.
Okay.
So do whatever you want. Live your life.
Yeah. Anyway, what was the story?
God, all right, hang
What do
on.
you think the story was?
The story is this is an island, Skull Island. It's
Yeah.
filled with
It's not really shaped like a skull, is it? It's more subtle in this one.
not relevant. Anyway, there's an island, and John Goodman wants to go there because he thinks there's some stuff there. He
I
wants
think there's some King Kongs
He
there.
wants to, but he tricks people. He's like, "Hey, why don't we all survey this island? Hey, army blokes and Tom Hiddleston and journalist lady, let's all go in and we'll survey this island because who knows what an island would look like when you're on it? Who knows? Certainly no monsters there. Just let's go and look at the pretty scenery. There's monsters. I tricked you.
There's too many.
Too many.
Yeah.
Too many.
That's exactly what it is, Mason. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we went and saw Triple X2, The Return of Xander Cage.
Yep.
My night didn't start off super well. We saw it on a Wednesday night, a preview screening, and my train broke down 51 minutes walk away from the screening, so I walked through the city in the heat.
Yeah, you did.
To get to Triple X3, The Return of the State of Xander Cage. Where's he at? Where is he? He was there, wasn't he? He was.
I googled before we got there. I googled Triple X.
Yeah.
And the first result, it's like Triple X, the Return of the Xander. That's what people are searching for. It's not you don't mess with the Zohan people. It's a different thing.
So yeah, so I just
I took the tram in relative comfort.
You were very comfortable.
XXX Return of the Xander movie. XXX Return of the Xander Cage, XXX Return of the Xander trailer. They're the top 3 search results for that film in Australia.
But you know, sometimes Google remembers your searches. So
Oh,
maybe
no!
that was- do you buy a Vin Diesel as this super sexy spy who's like sexing all the ladies? And
At
he's
one point, he
doing
has
it-
sex with 6 women at
Six
once.
women at once. He goes to have sex with one woman,
Yep.
and that woman goes, I don't want to have sex with you, but luckily there are 6 women here who will have sex with
Yeah.
you. And then you see, and then it cuts to like, presumably 48 hours later, and they're all asleep from being sexed so well, and he's like, my job's so hard.
Then he puts on his dirty, piss-stained fur coat.
The
and he-
dirtiest, ugly coat that's ever existed. It
yeah.
looks, it's like a dead ram. It's horrible.
Yeah, right?
It's all matted and knotted up.
Yeah.
It's no good. And there's all these things of like, because the bit that really stuck out for me was he meets this CIA assistant lady she's like a sexy lady, but she's got glasses or
Yeah.
whatever. And her immediate reaction is, you're the most good-looking man I've ever seen. I can't believe I'm standing in the presence of Xander Cage. Bearing in mind, he looks like a fucking egg in a vest. He's ridiculous.
He does, yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not saying he's a bad-looking man,
Yeah.
but the way they talk about him
Yep.
is like there has never been a person this good-looking.
Yeah.
And they're like...
Like he seems, in real life, like he seems real charming and fun, and I bet if you hung out with him,
Yeah.
he'd be fun, but
And he's probably real life good-looking.
yeah. And I think, and you know, and I bet there's tons of women out there who are like, how charming and handsome is he? But to find 6 supermodels in the same room who are all like, yep, absolutely, 100% my type. Yeah. Very odd.
We got to talk about Resident Evil.
Oh, no!
That's where we're at this week.
Yep.
Do you mind if we do full spoilers like we did for Xander Cage last week?
Now let's do it.
So,
We went and saw Resident Evil: The Final Chapter. They thought they could bribe us with bottles of water and
ice creams.
and vanilla ice creams.
Yep.
Oh, Mason, what do you think the story was?
All right.
Gotcha, Mason.
Mila Jovovich is in a world full of zombies.
Yes. I will say this. There are certain elements of this that make it look like a more expensive movie than it is.
It's loud.
Yes. There's so many jump scares in this movie. I think I owe Xander Cage an apology. Because I kicked that movie last week. But at least it was fun. Anyway, more like Resi Don't Evil, Mason.
Nice.
Got him. Worst movie ever.
Yeah.
Garbage.
More like Resident...
Weevil.
Evil. Yeah, I'm just... Evil. Resident Peevil?
Yeah, sure.
Great.
Resident Peevil.
Yeah. I'm not going through the rest of the alphabet.
You got to P. You're pretty close.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, that's the best.
What about Resident Queeful?
Oh, pretty good. Very nice.
Yeah, I'm not happy with it, if I'm
No,
honest.
you should be.
All right, Mason.
Yep.
Big week for movies.
Yes.
50 Shades of Darker.
Oh, yeah.
Lego Batman. John Wick 2.
Yeah.
How many of those did we see?
0. Bloody goose egg, mate, because one of them we've got no interest in.
Yep.
And the remaining 2
Are not out here.
not out here yet. John Wick 2 is never coming out here.
Apparently,
to the best of my knowledge.
There is no release date for that, and Lego Batman's being saved for the school holidays.
Which, who knows when that is?
Who bloody knows? So what we thought we'd do this week in celebration of Keanu Reeves,
In all his glory.
who I'm a big fan of.
Same.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. We thought we'd talk about the Keanu. We thought we'd do this every now and then. Take an action star and just go through their movies. Some of the
Just
best.
pick
of
them
the
off
worst.
one by one.
Yep.
Just take decades, their decades-long oeuvre, all the work that they've worked so hard on and bloody slaved away on, and just be like, good, bad, hate it, no good, this guy sucks, see you later, who's next? That's what we're going to do.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Now, I thought of a rating system. Our normal rating system is best movie ever, worst movie ever.
Yeah.
But I thought if it's bad, we could say Kia no. And if it's good, we could say Kia yes.
Great.
What do you think?
Keanu.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding. It's great.
Great.
We talked about all the Keanu Reeves movies. Okay, here's a wrap-up. What do you reckon about Keanu Reeves as an action star?
He's great. You know why? He puts his bloody back into it. He's 52. He trains.
Is he really?
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, I know. I respect that.
Me too.
We should come at him.
Yeah, right?
And then when
Just
he
to see what happens.
You go at him, and then when he runs off, I'm waiting.
Yeah. You got a brick and a bat. Didn't see that coming, did you, Keanu?
Anyway, in general, a big Kia yes.
I
Even though
agree.
he's done a lot of garbage.
I think when we do another one of these, our rating system should still be Kia yes and Kia no.
No problem. I'm happy to do
Yeah.
it. Well, Mason, what a week.
How you mean?
It's just everything's happening.
You know,
You know what I mean?
this is the part where you slowly start sliding down your chair. Exhaustion's caught up to you. Like, what a week, man.
It's been. I tried to get real swole for the podcast.
Yeah, you did.
I'm all dehydrated. We do have a shirt off section. We don't talk about it, obviously,
That's right, yeah.
but it does happen every week. We thought we'd talk about some interesting Wolverine stuff. We've talked about the X-Men movies and the Hugh Jackman Wolverine movies. We've done that to death.
But let's do it to death some more.
It's not necessarily stuff like the first issue was in 1974 and it was blah blah. I don't know when the first. At somewhat time in the 70s.
It's 1974. You're
Oh, look at
actually
you!
correct.
So you had that fact.
I already got it.
You nerd idiot.
Incredible Hulk 180. I don't
Yes.
normally remember numbers, but he appears right. So his very first appearance, Wolverine's first
I
appearance.
was just going to say though. I was about to say we're not going to do generic facts like that.
Oh, okay,
But
right.
apparently we are.
No, we're
So
gonna do
let's-
it. No, we're gonna do it. I've got some. Look, this is all I have is weird facts about characters preloaded in my brain that would normally come out at parties and alienate me from everyone. But here's my safe space.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna shoot them all out and vomit them all out of my
fine.
mouth. What do you want to know about Wolverine?
Well, what? Okay, here's a question for you. So
Yes.
he debuted in the Hulk.
Yes.
But what do we know about his past before they revealed every second of his past? Because you always said the character was more interesting before they went. He was a little Lord Fauntleroy and,
Yes,
and
that's
whatever.
right.
And
He was a fancy little lad
Yeah.
in Canada.
Yeah.
He was the most polite boy in the land. And then he became Wolverine.
Yeah.
Well, all we knew, initially we knew nothing about him.
Yeah.
So the issue of the Hulk, he goes to Canada to fight the Wendigo.
Right.
Who's like Canada's Sasquatch.
Yep.
and then he defeats the Wendigo.
They're off-brand Sasquatch.
Yeah, exactly.
We've got the Yeti.
Yeah,
They
that's
have
right.
the- yeah,
do we have
whatever.
the Yeti? What do we have?
Do we have the Gobbledonk?
We have the potato chip mascot, the Gobbledock. Yes, we do have that. But we also have the we have the Bunyip.
We have the Bunyip, that's right. We have we have Tucker Bag.
Yep, we have. Oh,
Did I ever tell you that my brother met Tucker Bag?
I'm sure you've probably even mentioned it on this show. We've done so many episodes.
I'm not going to talk about Tucker
The
Bag.
supermarket mascot, the animated paper bag, Tucker Bag. Yes,
He's not animated, he's a puppet. He's got a
Yeah.
little flappy mouth.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Anyway, my brother
Yeah.
met Tucker Bag.
Great. Wait, which brother?
The one you like.
Oh, good,
Yeah.
great, good stuff.
Anyway, go on.
So he defeats the Wendigo.
I don't think he did. I think it's a false memory. But anyway, sorry, go on.
Yeah, right, okay. And then, what, you're saying your brother...
Imagined meeting
Wow,
Tucker
that's
Bag.
very Wolverine. Do you think your brother was implanted with a false memory in which he met supermarket mascot Tucker Bag? That's so Wolverine.
Sorry, continue.
Anyway, he defeats the Wendigo, who is a gigantic white furry monster of the stature of the Hulk.
Right.
And then the Hulk, then Wolverine leaps in and is like, if you had a problem with Wendigo, I'm gonna defeat you because I'm a tiny little man. I'm a 5'4" little man with claws. Watch out.
Watch out.
Because this was he didn't have, at this point he didn't have anything.
No, well, I found out as well that originally he might have been a Wolverine.
An actual Wolverine.
That evolved into a man.
Correct.
That his spikes were actually in his gloves.
What a perfect opponent for the Hulk.
Just a guy with
Guys
gloves.
in gloves. And then, yeah, I think they were like, okay, if we were going to give him a second appearance in this kind of context, we
Yeah.
would have revealed that he was just an actual Wolverine that had evolved into a man or mutated into a man. And yeah, and he just worked for the Canadian government. He was just like, get out of Canada, the Hulk.
How dare you touch the Wendigo?
It's me.
He's our Tucker Bag.
It's not
Yes.
important.
Yeah.
What is important? Two things are important. One, my waffles are here. Secondly,
Are they?
I think so. According to this. No, he's going in the wrong. No, he's gone the wrong. He's gone down the wrong street. This guy's an idiot.
That's the perils of ordering waffles.
He's on a
online.
bicycle. There's ice cream in there. It's gonna melt. This guy. No, wait, he's coming back. No. Get a GPS, mate.
Did you check the address?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say what your address is.
Please don't.
No, on this podcast. Wait, he's coming back. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
Okay, good.
ETA 1 minute. Let's knock this off in 30 seconds.
All right, good.
No, I'm just kidding. Look, for anybody who didn't listen to the Luke Cage Iron Fist Primer last week,
Yeah.
or if you don't know much about Iron Fist has his Iron Fist powers because he plunged his hands into the molten heart of Xiao Lao the Undying, who is
Yeah, he
literally a
did.
dragon.
Yeah.
And yet, there's no flashback to that. If that happened to me...
It's all you would think
That's
about.
all I would flash back to. In fact, that's the only memory I would have. Like somebody would come up to me and be like, "Oh, hey man, you didn't come to my birthday drinks," and I'd be like, "Yeah, I forgot because that time I punched a dragon's heart," and they'd be like, "Oh, that's fair." You know what I mean?
Yeah, it makes total sense.
But he's having flashbacks to the time he was on a mountain and he saw a hawk.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And I understand there's budgetary limitations.
Yeah.
But again, you can write around that. I think it would have been funny. It'd be nice to have a running gag where he's just about to have a flashback to the time he fought a dragon, and we see that light effect.
Yeah.
And then like some mean New Yorker's like, "Hey, idiot!"
Like he gets
snap back into
he's
it.
at a bus stop and he gets splashed
Yes,
by a
exactly.
bus
Yeah.
car or whatever.
Hey, snap out of it, you idiot! And so we never see it. I think that's
I'm locking here.
But there's no reason why we couldn't see it, and
Yeah.
we don't.
I mean, budgetary, obviously.
Yeah. This guy does not know what he's doing. He keeps going up the same wrong street.
Do you want to wait outside for him? Wave him down?
It's just my ice cream's melting. My waffles are getting cold.
Maybe he's not on a bike. Maybe he's on a scooter, motorized
He's definitely on a
scooter.
bicycle. It says Uber bicycle. It's got 5 stars, not anymore, buddy.
What if it gets here and it's not melted? You still going to rank him down?
No, I'm not. No.
All right, good.
Okay. Anyway, continue.
Did you see Saban's Power Rangers?
I did see Saban's Power Rangers.
What did you think of Saban's Power Rangers?
I think whether
Krispy
I'd seen
Kreme.
it or not,
Yeah.
it wouldn't make any difference.
You could have just said whatever you know of it. Like,
Yeah, I guess so,
loosely
yeah.
seen from the
Yeah.
trailers.
Actually, that's not necessarily true.
Oh, he's changed his
No,
mind.
we learn more about the characters.
Oh, he's
we
saying
learn,
different things. That's okay.
We learn that they're all...
He's saying his opinions. Interesting.
They've had tough lives.
They have.
I mean, not strictly speaking. Some of them had totally normal lives and just screwed them up for no reason. That's what we learn about that.
But it's also going to fall behind Beauty and the Beast's second or third week.
Now, for people who are tweeting me...
You dickhead.
I was
I
very
meant to
wrong.
shame you in front of everybody, the crowd, and I forgot.
Oh, live? You were going to shame me
Now's
live.
my opportunity.
I would have fought all of them live. To be fair, if you'd had a go, I would have just run through everyone. Just anyway.
But,
Blood would have run
Yeah.
down the aisles of that theater.
But so you said that nobody was interested in Beauty and the Beast, and why are they rebooting it? This is
Yep.
going to make no money. But then it
Agreed.
made a lot of money.
Made a lot of money. So I'll concede that, but I will not concede that a lot of people seem not to be enjoying it that much.
Okay, watch this space, Mason.
I will watch
Watch
that
this
space.
space.
He's giving me the finger, folks. No, wait, he's turned it around. He's given 2 fingers, but now he's turned it around on himself.
Oh no!
And he's crying because the fingers were actually meant for him. 'cause
It's
he's
not true.
sad on the inside.
He's using theater of the mind. I actually rolled him, but that's not how that came across then.
No, he rolled himself.
I got wrecked, mate. Yeah. Oh, what did you think the story was? That's our classic segment.
Oh, there's a...
I know you're tired, so I'm going to cut you some slack.
Okay.
You can.
I
just,
thought
you
it
can
was going to be 100% slack. You weren't actually going to ask me what the plot was.
I'm just going to say you can half-ass it slightly more than you normally do.
Fantastic. All right, here we go. There's a small town. There's some kids in the small town. They're like,
Okay.
oh, our lives aren't perfect. We're sad and we're all in detention or something. And then
That's
one of them's
true.
like, hey, let's go to a bloody mine shaft or something. Oh, we found these coin gems things.
Can we spoil this? Probably. It's like the first 2 minutes, right?
Yeah, who cares? Yeah.
Yeah. Who does care about anything?
Oh, no.
I'm leaving.
Oh, no. What about the Planet Broadcasting? Oh, no. I guess I'll steer this ship. 24 hours later. Oh, no. We're bankrupt. Oh, no.
And I kicked over the microphone.
Yeah. Apparently in every world there's a crystal in
Yeah.
that world, and it gives life to the world, and if you pull a crystal out, the world dies.
And Bryan Cranston, for some reason,
I'm
cares.
going to say that's not scientifically accurate.
What do you know, mate? What do you know about anything?
We'll see about that 24 hours later. Oh no, the world's been destroyed. And I've kicked over a microphone stand.
All right.
My faves.
Ghost in the Shell.
Oh yeah, let's hard left turn back into this.
What did you think the story was? I
Oh,
forgot.
okay, the story. Okay, there's a lady, Scarlett Johansson, and she was in an accident or something, and now she's in a robot body, and she's a ghost in the shell. Dum dum. Anyway,
Japanese imagery.
yep,
Plenty of that.
pretty good.
That was a great summation.
Thank
I
you.
couldn't have. I probably could have.
There's
done
intrigue.
It. I could have done it better if I'm honest.
Yeah, I know, that's fair.
The It trailer is like the most watched trailer of all time.
Is it really?
Yeah.
More than size
it
Gangnam,
really?
more than size Gangnam Style.
The trailer?
The trailer for his album, whatever it's called. I assume it's called Gangnam Style.
I was away when that song came out, and then I came back and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Why is everybody talking
Why is
about
everybody
this song?
doing Gangnam Style
I
in the
didn't get it.
streets?
I didn't know what was going on.
People-
but it was,
you-
people
you
were mad for it.
You showed up at the airport and there was a sign that had your name on it, and the guy's doing Gangnam Style, and you're like, what's happening?
Good on him.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't he in like a North Korea propaganda song, Hate America video? Like someone dug up one from like years
like
back?
I think he was. I don't think he's a hate American.
No,
guy.
I don't think so either. But
I think he's more of a he's an activist
right.
more than anything else.
Sure.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I mean, he's rich now, so he's
Yeah,
probably
it
not
doesn't
an
really
activist. It's like Chumbawamba. They were
They're activists.
they were activists, but then the song that hit was. I got knocked down.
No, I know the song. Yeah. I came back from the airport. There was a guy singing that.
Yeah. Excuse me, are you here to pick me up? I got knocked down. I get up again. I just want to. Is that? I just want a taxi. Can you get me a taxi? You're never going to keep it down. I got knocked down.
Anyway, good on Psy. We may have slandered him, or we may not have. I don't know his past. Yeah, look at that dog.
You don't understand because you're a dog. Yeah, I know. Maybe she does. Oh god,
Yeah, that was
I
very
feel a
nice
little
to
bit
see,
bad
yeah.
now, but not a lot bad.
She's giving you the dog bird.
Oh no!
It's turning on herself now.
The dog's full of hate for itself.
It's not the end of the show, Mason.
Oh.
There's at least 2 segments left.
You say that as I'm putting my coat on. I'm
Take
walking
it
out
off.
the door.
No. But,
You're yelling it to my Uber driver. He's not finished yet.
we're going to talk about the Fast and the Furiate, or
Yeah, we are.
whatever I said it was called up top.
Yes.
Big week. I feel like last week we barely had enough content to fill the show, but this is too much, if I'm honest. Mm-hmm. So, as we always do with these reviews, non-spoilers.
Oh, yes.
Spoilers.
Yep.
And then we ask what we think the story was.
Yeah.
No,
I never ask that. It's always asked of me.
Correct.
Like every Vin Diesel movie this year,
Yep.
somebody's stolen an important device. Some sort of Secret Service CIA device.
Yep.
Which in this case is, I don't know what it is.
What was it? Nukes.
Nukes.
Codes for the nukes.
Codes for nukes.
Just change the codes.
change the codes, exactly.
It's not
yeah,
hard.
right?
Just disable the weapon that you have.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
Yeah.
You know what I can't get over in these movies?
What's that?
Is whenever somebody jumps out of a car and just rolls across the concrete. Like, it happens
Yeah.
very early on.
At one point, a taxi driver does it. Not even like, it's not even ludicrous playing a taxi driver. It's just a regular taxi driver, and he just abandons his passenger. He'd be dead.
You'd be like shucking a cob of corn. Your skin would just fly off.
Yes.
Like, it just
Yeah.
would. Yeah. So Vin Diesel does it in a tank top very early on in the
right.
movie because he does a pretty good drag race at the start, which
Yeah.
I enjoyed that
in
moment.
the previous film, do they all open on a drag race?
Probably.
In the
they all open on a race war.
Yeah, in the Fast and Furious 7, the drag race was called Race Wars.
Yes.
I was hoping
and in
this-
the first one.
Yeah, I was hoping this one would be called like Ethnic Cleansing or
Yes.
something like that, but it wasn't. Very disappointing.
But he challenges the coolest guy in Colombia or something.
That's
No,
right,
is he
yeah.
in Cuba?
Yeah,
I think it's Cuba, right?
could be Cuba.
Because his cousin's car is on the line and
Yeah.
he won't have any of that. And so,
Yeah.
and he uses Cuban nos, which
That's
is
right.
which is
even it's spicier than regular nos. That's what it is. It's infused with Caribbean rhythms. That's why it's
right.
better.
It's such a funny movie. Like,
Yeah.
I really enjoy stuff like that. I
Yeah.
don't know why this movie for me gets a pass.
Yeah.
And I just trash so much other stuff. Mason.
Yes?
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. It's finally here 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
For us. But what do you think the story was and is still?
Oh no! So this is set about a couple of months after
Yes.
the first one.
The
so
year
it's
of
still
2014.
So it's still 2014 in this. in this
what an
particular
era.
universe.
Can you remember 2014?
No, what happened
Not
in
really.
2014?
I don't
yeah.
really remember.
Yeah. Oh, can 2014 just be over, please?
I didn't know that they had the Watchers. And I
Yep.
feel like that they might have Fantastic Four, but they just haven't told us yet.
yeah, maybe.
Because I think Fox might just be like, we're not doing anything
they're
with
never
this.
going to make a good one,
No.
ever.
And they might just not, even if they did.
Imagine if they just showed up in Infinity War.
Yeah.
Like they didn't like they cast it in secret.
Yeah.
And they were just like, surprise, here they are in the Fantastic car, just showing up in space. How good would
Jessica
that be?
Alba's back.
Jessica Alba's Yoan Griffin's back. Chris Evans is pulling double duty. Imagine if in Infinity War, like Thanos disintegrates Captain America, and we know he's going to come back, but you know,
Yeah, sure.
But just for the dramatic tension, he disintegrates Captain America, and then the Human Torch, played by Chris Evans, just shows up again. Wouldn't that be
Incredible.
great?
But
Yeah.
he's got that kind of radical early 2000s
Yeah, right. Yeah,
attitude.
they could de-age him.
They could de-age
him.
I mean, they wouldn't need to, but they
Yeah,
could, couldn't
right?
they? Yeah. Oh, that would be incredible. And Chickless, of
and Michael
course.
Chiklis is back, yeah, as the commish. The thing couldn't make it, but it's me, the commish.
All right. Shit. Oh, okay. Alien Covenant. What did you think the story was of Alien
Ah,
Covenant?
you distracted me with video game talk. All right, hang on. So, all right. So it's post Prometheus.
Yes.
And it's years later.
10 years.
10 years to the very day. Why, there hasn't been an alien in this haunted house for many a year.
I haven't seen a Prometheus around these parts in nigh of a decade. Nigh on a decade.
The decade.
Go on.
So now the human ship, the Covenant,
Yep.
is on a mission
Yep.
to go to a planet they hear is pretty good for
That's the word.
to terraform to create a new colony of humans, because apparently we've ruined the Earth again.
But apparently, then things get a little bit terrified instead.
Instead of terraformed.
Correct. For all its flaws,
Yes.
I wasn't like, this is offensively bad. It's just, there's a lot of missed potential here and really stupid characters.
There's so many stupid characters.
Look, okay, so for Fast and Furious, right?
Yes.
Those are not intelligent movies. But Fast and Furious is very aware of what it is.
Yes.
It's a bunch of dumb people, mostly bald,
Yep.
sliding around on car bonnets and jumping over submarines or whatever. This, as I said in my review, it masquerades as like high concept sci-fi and the ethical dilemmas about what it means to be human and blurring the line and exploring other planets and colonization and whatnot. But then it is undercut by, like you said, the dumbest people that you could possibly send into space.
Yeah, right. Is your question why couldn't they just send like a probe or a drone or something?
I don't understand why every single person didn't go, this seems like a trap.
Yeah, right.
One of them did. New Ripley did. But everybody else was like, no, this seems legit. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, right.
Nobody said,
Yes.
why is there this song playing from this planet?
Yeah, right.
Nobody said that,
Yeah, that's
which is
true.
insane.
Yeah. And nobody said, oh, look at this wheat. This is definitely wheat.
Exactly. Well, the guy said this is wheat and it's set out like it's farming. And nobody said, do you think there might be some kind of people or something alive here? There must be, right?
And they just went, hey, let's go down to this planet. Should we wear spacesuits?
No.
Nah.
Are you kidding me? Just because there's oxygen, as I said in my review, doesn't mean
Yeah.
there's not viruses,
Yeah.
which there was.
Yeah.
And then there's people splitting up. They're splitting up in caves. One guy, he just goes off to have a dart. Just dart up wherever, mate. You're on a planet. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah,
You're outdoors.
Yeah, right.
Everyone darts up in the Alien movies. Remember in the first Alien, people are just darting up on the ship.
Yeah.
Just punching darts,
Just
mate.
punching durries. That's right. I'll be back in a minute.
All right, I'll be here. I'll hold the fort. I'll hold the regular room. This is apparently podcasting now, everybody. This is where we're at. Some people put effort into, like, they research and they do like this whole, they have journalistic integrity and they spend, months crafting a story in a world, and sometimes you just fucking order waffles and leave the room and then you're just left with...
I'm gonna get a fork. I'll be back.
You're not eating them now! We're on the podcast!
I'll leave now.
I can hear you chewing through the headphones!
I'll be quiet.
You're an idiot.
This is great. This is so good.
How many wafflers?
3 wafflers.
Okay, good. All right, get a fork. And... I'm so sorry, everybody. I don't. If he's chewing too loud, I'll put a stop to it. I'll bloody stamp it right out, or I'll just let it go. I don't know. I'll see how that goes. Look at this guy with a knife and a fork. This is outrageous. This is not podcast protocol. This is 2017 at its worst.
We're making our own rules. We're the Mavericks.
Do you want to take a waffle break?
Yeah, let's take a waffle break.
All right, because
I'll be 2 minutes.
No, it's all right, because I'll play some bloody Sniper Elite 4, which I'm
cool.
well into.
Nice.
So, guys, I'm going to edit this. If you also want to eat waffles where you are,
Waffle break for everyone.
how melted is that ice cream? Oh, that's pretty melted.
No. The edge of it is, but the center is fine.
Okay, good. All right, we'll be back, everybody.
Yay, waffle break.
But no time for you would have passed unless I edit in the entire length of this pause. We're back, baby. All right.
We did it. Some would say that was the most unprofessional moment in the podcast, but I would say it was the realest moment.
It's about standard. You got one? What do you got?
Oh, let's have a look. Okay, this is outside the normal realms of our rules.
Okay.
But also, who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Let's see. This is from Derps and P Derp.
I know
I
him.
believe he's made many appearances before. He would like to know who would win in a fight between Predator and Kevin McAllister. That's very opportune because I'm wearing a Loot Crate.
You are wearing a Loot Crate Predator shirt.
From the Lootwear collection. It's a Predator t-shirt.
Yeah.
So it's set in Kevin's house from Home Alone 1.
Oh, home ground.
Kevin has
Advantage.
24 hours prep time and Predator isn't aware of what Kevin can do.
Also, presumably Predator's been scoping out the neighborhood, but Kevin knows he's...
Yeah, I guess so.
Because
Yeah,
Kevin's aware of the threat.
yeah, he's aware of the
enough
Wet
to-
Bandit, so he must be aware of the Predator.
Here's a question.
Yes.
Is Kevin a killer?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have killed those guys, wouldn't he? He
Yeah,
lit them
absolutely.
on fire.
It's weird that they aren't dead,
Yeah.
right?
They got glass in their feet.
There's something
and
wrong with that
faces.
kid.
He's hitting people in
He
the...
could have just gone to the police station and said, "Hey, my parents left. Can you
But it was that
call
weird...
them or something? Can you find them?"
It's one of those
How hard
weird...
would it be? Find out the hotel they're going to and call them.
But it's one of those weird universes where... Like the parents, like the adults don't believe the kids. You know what I mean? It's one of those situations.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
And don't they cut the phone lines or the powers out or something? I don't remember. Yeah.
He couldn't find a quarter to use a payphone. Come on.
Yeah. But
Come on.
Also,
This guy, he was there because he wanted to kill him. And also, as we know from Predator 2 and from all the Predator movies, he won't. If he is if somebody doesn't have a weapon, he won't attack them. The Predator. We're talking
Right.
about the Predator, not Kevin McAllister.
Yes.
Kevin McAllister will attack anyone.
Do you think so? You don't think he would ever shoot at Kevin McAllister?
No, I don't think he would.
Yeah.
I think he'd see a fellow killer, a fellow hunter.
Maybe Topher Grace's character for Predators is grown-up Kevin McAllister.
Twist. That is a twist.
Yeah, I think also, he's got the cloak.
But
obviously.
Kevin McAllister has access to flour, doesn't he?
He does, that's
does have
right.
a big bag of flour.
Flour and feathers. And also he electrocutes the ground, so
Yep,
that would fry the system
Yeah.
as well. Do you think, does a Predator wear shoes? I don't think he does.
No, they're barefoot.
But he's got claws, so he wouldn't slip
Yeah.
on ice, but he'd step on broken glass and...
That's true.
Yeah, his head would be lit on fire. He's got greasy dreads.
I feel he'd stand on broken glass and then he'd pause a moment to throw his arms in the air and be like, "Rah!" At which point, iron on a string to the head.
BB gun. What if Kevin McAllister pulled a BB gun though on him? That's it. There would be shoulder
That's
cannon.
True. That's true.
Explosion.
Yeah. Probably. You know what? If he pulled the BB gun, I feel the Predator would throw that disc and chop Kevin McAllister's hands off. Probably. I was going to say the barrel of the gun, but probably his hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So I think the Predator would endure a lot of damage until Kevin McAllister pulled a BB gun.
But would he?
Yes, because
Really?
he does. He has.
Yeah.
And also he throws bricks. Would the
That's
Predator perceive that as a threat?
No.
Throwing a brick. A kid throwing a brick.
I don't think the Predator would perceive Kevin as a threat.
But would he...
until he was in the murder house. Like, I think if he was, for some reason...
Why is Predator breaking in?
I don't know.
He's robbing Christmas houses at Christmas.
What does he need in the... What would he need in the house?
Maybe he'd be... But he's in his prime, so he wouldn't be injured. He wouldn't be looking for a refuge.
Maybe his spaceship's been shot down.
Okay, it's in the backyard.
And there's like a derelict old one that the McAllister's house is built on.
Gotcha.
So he needs to get to it.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
uh-huh.
And he has to go... Okay.
He has to go through Kevin McAllister.
Yeah.
But Kevin McAllister knows he's coming.
Yes.
And he's like...
Not on my watch.
No, that's right, yeah.
Not on this Christmas.
So I think he wouldn't perceive McAllister as a threat until he gets in the house and he's being attacked with like kitchen knives and bricks and hot irons and whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, I might actually
Spiders.
die if I
Yeah.
don't get through this.
So do you think he'd then kill him? Because those traps are still in effect, regardless.
That's true.
So even if he did kill him, a lot of them would still be activated.
I think he would attempt to avoid Kevin McAllister
Yes.
until he got hit with a bag of flour, at which point he's not invisible anymore.
Yeah.
And he's realized that McAllister wants to kill him.
Right, okay.
At which point he's like, well, it's kill or be killed here. I got
Yeah.
to kill this small child.
So then he would kill him and
Yep.
win.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, all right.
Or would he?
I think he would.
What is the most lethal thing that McAllister has in that house?
Everything. It's all lethal. He's swinging paint cans.
No, but that wouldn't kill a predator.
But he's only flesh and blood.
He's real big though.
Yeah, he's big, but like he can be shot. You can make him bleed. You hit him
That's
in the
true,
head.
yeah.
But then again, Joe Pesci got hit in the head with a paint can.
Were there any chainsaws?
I don't remember. I
Okay.
don't think so. Maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It might come down to Kevin McAllister with a chainsaw,
With a
versus
chainsaw.
Predator with those arm blades.
I think also if Kevin McAllister knew the Predator was coming,
Yeah.
he would
He'd ramp it up.
Yeah, he'd ramp up the
That's
lethality.
true, yeah.
Like it might be the first trap you get beheaded by a chainsaw.
That's true.
Like that's and the Predator.
Man, this is a good fight.
It's a great fight, but also the Predator is aware of traps. We know that because
Yeah.
Dutch tried to lure him into that spike pit.
Yeah.
and he saw it.
That's
but
true.
but he doesn't know a house, does he?
Yeah, I think he knows a jungle spike pit because he'd
Yeah.
be like, well,
he would have.
that's the normal ground.
Yeah.
And I can see that there's
Yeah.
a pit's been
and he
dug.
would have done a lot of jungle hunting, like around the universe.
I don't think he's done any suburban hunting.
No, in Predator
Yeah.
2 maybe, but it's
Yeah.
a different Predator every time.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd be aware because he'd just see some shelves of regular household accoutrements.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be aware that one of those is connected to a string that's going to swing and hit him in the face.
Yeah, that's right.
Ah.
All right, so I think it's Kevin McAllister because Kevin McAllister would go lethal.
Immediately.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, because it's an alien as well. Who cares?
That's
if you
true,
kill
yeah.
a monster from space, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he clearly would have killed those men. So,
Absolutely he would
so
have,
I
yeah.
don't think he'd have any problem killing an alien.
Let me think, though. Yeah.
But I think if the Predator had a line of sight
Uh-huh.
and knew he was a threat
Yep.
and had his shoulder cannon,
Yes.
that's different.
Also, and regardless, unless unless McAllister beheads him immediately, he's going to set that self-destruct. And that whole neighborhood's going up.
Yeah,
the wet bandits are not robbing any houses. And after that...
No houses. Okay, so
All right, we giving it to McAllister?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. The winner is McAllister, the loser is the rest of the neighborhood, because it's going to go up in a nuclear fireball.
It's insane.
Yeah.
But no, my favorite joke is where Simon Pegg turns up to, I'm just going to call him Simon Pegg because that's just
Fine,
easier for me. And because he's replacing the previous constable from the
Yes.
town,
Uh-huh.
and he's meeting with the boss of the station, and the boss says really sinisterly,
Played by that guy from Moulin Rouge.
oh, what's his name? He's Bridget Jones's dad.
Yep.
We'll look it up later. Anyway, he's great. But he says,
Because you can!
he goes, but I tell you what, there's something that he had that you're lacking.
Yeah.
And he goes, what's that? And he goes,
A great big bushy beard! That's pretty good, yeah.
that's an amazing joke.
I think that's true.
And it also, he stumbles across that guy's body later,
Yeah.
and he's got the beard.
He's just a
so it also
desiccated corpse.
it ties into the story,
Yeah,
and it's
right.
a joke.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I just think that's it's such a good joke.
Because you think that it's just the police chief is just this weird eccentric guy, and like, oh yeah, that's just a throwaway line. But then it turned out, yeah, we know what happened to him because he was horribly murdered by the rest of the town. Yeah.
Exactly. I guess one of the pioneers for product placement is Bond, like the suits and the clothing and things like that.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about that kind of product placement? You would say that's a better use of it,
Well, I see.
but it's not as like for me. I'm like, I don't know what that suit is, and I'll never get it. Also, I wouldn't look good in it.
I get, but I mean, what is weirdest to me about that is that, okay, in the last couple of movies, the suits are all made by Tom Ford, who's a well-regarded designer. But firstly, the suits he makes for the film don't look anything like the suits he makes like for his own fashion
Why
line.
is that?
I don't know, but also they fit really poorly. He looks like a sausage in all those movies. Have you
But
noticed?
he's so muscular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think I
Well,
mentioned
he's
this.
got fighting jackets.
Yeah,
doesn't
I've
he?
mentioned this on the show before. Fun fact that's only fun to me.
Yeah.
But he has, in the last couple of Bond movies, Daniel Craig has 2 sets of wardrobe, like identical sets of wardrobe. One is like, it's called the hero wardrobe, I believe. And it's so tight that he can't move in it.
Right,
So
yeah.
like if he's just standing somewhere,
like a sausage.
like a sausage, he's standing there and it's so like, and he wants to show up his rippling biceps or whatever,
Yeah.
he's got them in a certain size, which is too small.
Yeah.
But if he needs to do anything, presumably they have to strip him naked on set and then put an identical set of clothes on him that's a size bigger.
So he could wave
So he
his
can
arms.
literally do anything. If he needs to jump or kick or punch or whatever, they have to put the biggest suit on him. It's embarrassing. Just give him one suit that fits.
Did you with?
He looks like an idiot. And also, the point, the thing about Bond is, like, the idea is he dresses well.
Yeah.
Like, but the original version of Bond, he dresses well because in that era, everybody just wore a suit.
Right, yeah.
If you're a businessman, you wore a suit and tie, or if you went to a casino, it had some sort of veneer of being classy, so you'd wear a tuxedo.
Sure, yeah.
But the idea was, he doesn't stand out in any way. But if you saw Daniel Craig at like an airport wearing his tiny little sausage suit, like he's with his little drainpipe trousers and his bulging glutes coming out the back, you'd be like, who's that guy?
Yeah.
Like you'd go businessman,
Killer.
killer. Exactly, yeah.
Evan Almighty, I'll do this one.
Okay, sure.
I lost $88 million. This to me feels like it should have made a lot of money.
Yeah, right.
Apparently it's not very good.
Oh, right,
But
sure.
they took Steve Carell's character from the first Bruce Almighty, which did very well.
Mm-hmm.
They pumped $175 million into it.
Yes.
A lot of animal stuff, so, it's
Yeah,
dangerous.
right. That is, yeah.
It's
Real animals or CGI animals?
both. So it's expensive and it's hard to wrangle for
And
many
don't
reasons.
work with children or animals.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it a
Fine.
case of Bruce Almighty, all the jokes have been done?
Yeah,
I think they really rang out all the potential in Bruce Almighty.
I think also that's why they took it in a different direction. Because Bruce Almighty he can do literally everything.
Yeah.
Evan Almighty he has to build a boat.
True. Stakes are lower.
Yeah.
But you can't do that with a sequel. You can't make the stakes lower in a sequel.
No, you
so-
certainly can't. Yeah. So that's
And
what that
also, it's a movie universe in which there exists a god who appears to be benevolent in some way.
yeah.
So there's no stakes.
No.
You could just get Jim Carrey back to fix everything.
They could.
Like it's not like it's going to end with, oh, I didn't make the boat in time, and then it's just 20 minutes of people drowning in the most horrific ways, and just a father going like, no, and children are falling off a bridge and they're drowning. And he's like, no. And then he shoots himself. Imagine that. Imagine if it went in a real weird direction at the end.
I would see that. I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Because I would be, you need to see this.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you anything about it.
Look,
trust me.
Don't walk out. You're going to be a little bored. You're going to be a little bored until the third act. And then...
It's got to be the best thing you've ever seen.
Yeah, right?
Oh, incredible.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's probably shit. It's probably how it turned out. Get over it, Mason.
I won't.
Just suspend your disbelief for once in your fucking life.
I will never do that.
All right, let's get into the Defenders then. We're going to go non-spoilers, then spoilers.
Nice.
It's definitely... I'd imagine a lot of people would have seen it by now because it's way brisker.
Yeah.
being
The
5
hallways
hours
of New
shorter.
York, look out. Just bloody look out. The Defenders are here and you are going to get wrecked.
So yeah, we'll mark very clearly when it's spoilers. I guess we'll just talk in generalities. But
Nice.
if you don't want to know anything, maybe just watch it before.
That could be our catchphrase. I suppose we'll just talk in generalities.
Yeah, we'll just kind of spitball,
Trademark
yeah.
symbol.
Mason, the Defenders get together.
Defenders of the earth. Defenders. Out of the sky, his rockets ignite. Jets into battle, flying faster than light. Flash Gordon, Lord of the jungle, the hero who stalks. The beasts call him brother, the goes to war. Defenders of the earth.
Yep.
But what do you specifically think the story was this
Oh,
time?
no. Hang on. Let me think. I haven't had to do one of these for a while. All right. So,
New York.
New York's back, baby. Get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm walking here.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Flickering corridors.
Oh, so many corridors. Anyway, the Hand are in New York. They want to destroy New York.
Yep.
Classic The Hand.
Or is it? Did we know their plan leading up to this?
No.
Not really.
No.
Anyway, keep going.
And then...
You're doing a great job, by the way.
Thank you. And then the Defenders are going to stop them.
Aren't they just? But first, they have to work out whether they
Are the Defenders.
and they are,
They are the Defenders.
definitively.
Do they say the Defenders? I don't think they
No,
do.
there's they say the word defender, defending and whatever, but
Nice.
not specifically.
Danny Rand says, I'm the immortal Iron Fist about 90 times.
Well, he is.
He certainly is. He's not wrong.
But he is
Anyway, everybody's back.
Yeah.
All your favourites.
some of your favourites. Yeah.
Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Matt Murdock, Matt
Stick.
Murdock's friend, Foggy Murdock.
Foggy Murdoch.
Foggy Murdock. Foggy Nelson.
Colleen Wing.
Karen. Colleen Wing. Stick is back, you're right. Madam Gao is back. Rosario Dawson's character, Claire, she's back.
Turk Barrett is
Turk
back.
Barrett's back briefly, baby.
Yeah, Josie's bar.
Misty Knight is back.
Yeah.
That's all the characters that we know and love, they're back. Got him. Bloody got him. By his absence, we bloody got him.
Do you think? What did you think of this, though? Well,
I liked
in general,
it. Yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it.
You thought of a fantastic topic.
Yes,
It's
because
the best topic.
because last week or several weeks ago or in the future,
Yeah.
I think somebody mentioned about feuds on this podcast, and then I couldn't get out of my head what are the best feuds in Hollywood
history.
feuds. Yeah.
Like these are on-set movie feuds we're talking about.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so not characters.
Yeah, not like, wow, Vin Diesel and The Rock really went at it in that movie.
Boy, Batman
But
and
they
this
did,
Joker
behind the
character.
scenes.
That's true. Batman and this Joker character, they don't care for each other.
No.
Why don't they kiss and make up? But
Tommy Lee Jones hates Jim Carrey. So Jim Carrey went up to him in a restaurant before filming and he said the blood drained from Tommy Lee Jones's face in such a way that I realized that he was in pain or something. And he got up kind of shaking, hugged me and said, I hate you. I really don't like you. And I was like, wow, okay, what's going on, man?
and he said, I cannot sanction your buffoonery.
that's amazing, right?
Yeah.
But Mason, you've got a
You've
got a hot Ragnarok scoop. Oh, no, you got something else?
Well, I was going to say a perfect segue
Yeah.
into our favourite game on this podcast: hot scoop or a shot of poop. Now, for anybody who isn't aware of this game, what happens is
We need you to line up a scoop and a poop.
one of us presents some exclusive news, some behind the scenes.
Yes.
a bit of something that we believe is maybe exclusive to this podcast. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. That's the scoop.
Yes.
And then, if eventually later it turns out that this isn't true, James has to do a shot of poop.
Wait, this is your scoop, by
Correct.
the way. So why am I?
Hey, man, I don't make the rules, all right?
Yes, you do.
What?
You
Nah.
made this rule.
Oh, okay, I kind of did. Anyway,
Fine, I'll do it.
Great,
For the
good.
podcast.
all right.
Anyway, Thor Ragnarok. It's exceeded expectations,
Ooh.
Mason. People thought it would do anywhere between...
Thought.
Yes, very good. 100...
Are you ready for a series of
Don't do it.
increasingly laboured
Nah.
Thor puns throughout this?
You get 3.
Do I get 3 or do I get Thor?
That's 2. You get
Damn it! I've only got 2 left.
no, you get 1 left.
Ah, what?
All right, you can have 2 more. Yes. Because, yeah, I know you're excited.
Or 2 Thor.
Oh, no.
I'm hitting you with so many you won't know how many it is.
I really
man.
won't.
Vindicated. So in the last couple of weeks, somebody
Yes.
gave us a hot scoop in our famous segment, "Hot Scoop or Shot of Poop."
And
It's true.
And you ruined that surprise for the internet.
Yes, I did. Absolutely, I did.
Like seeing that, I'm like, this would have been much better.
Now,
if I...
the person who told me that also told me that one of the Hemsworths was
Yeah.
going to be Thor, but I didn't want to spoil that because I was like, which one? And he was like, I don't know.
That's a Jurassic Park reunion, Mason.
As per the rules of this,
Yeah.
because it's correct, you must now do a shot of poop.
No, that's the other way.
Man, I don't make the rules, all right?
Well,
I don't make the rules
and
for
we've
this.
established that you have, and you did establish a rule that wasn't this.
I
It was
don't
the
remember that at all.
opposite.
Anyway, rules are rules, man, so get on that. Maybe
Yeah.
next week.
Oh, by the way, people, you are hearing a live recording of the garbage truck picking up my bins, which I have put out.
Oh, but enough about you on this podcast.
Hey, come on,
That's
mate.
we're picking up some bloody garbage, all right?
Anyway, what did you think the story was?
Ah, jeez.
Now I feel vindicated.
I know, right? All right, hang on. Okay, so I didn't think we were actually going to.
It's 2 years after
Why does it
Age
take
of
me
Ultron.
by surprise every time?
It's a really good question.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for at least 100 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, think about some good stuff about the movie and the plot and the bloody special
Yep, yep,
effects
yep.
and the whatever. All right. Okay, so it's after Age of Ultron.
2 years.
2 years
Real
after.
time, yeah.
And Thor's been searching for Infinity Stones.
How'd he go?
Didn't find any.
Yep.
But.
Oh, by the way, if you don't want to know anything at all, don't listen to any of
Yeah.
this.
We're good at revealing spoilers in
Yeah,
non-spoiler sections. Let me think. Okay, hasn't found any Infinity Stones.
Yep.
But he's been on a real adventure.
A jaunt.
And now wants to go back to Asgard and see what's happening there.
Yep.
But troubles are brewing.
Maybe there's a new villain.
Yep.
Villainess.
Kate Blanchett.
Yeah, she's hella.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there, you've nailed it, Mason.
Thank you, I have,
That was
haven't I?
probably your worst one,
Thank you. Thank you.
and that is saying something.
Thank you.
Oh God. Yeah, there is. It's weird because they. I like some of-
James, look, I don't want to be the one to say it, but you should probably ask the question.
Oh, sorry.
Ask the question.
Oh
And
my God, I can't believe I forgot.
For purposes of this, you
Man,
might ask the
I'm
question.
just gonna put in my Melbourne is all in.
Oh, he's got a
lanyard.
lanyard. Did you get any swag?
I got a swag. I got a Wonder Woman Funko Pop.
Great.
A packet of Pringles.
Oh, well, because they're themed, right? They're sponsored.
I don't know if mine were. I threw
What
them
flavor
out.
did you get?
I don't know. I threw them out.
Wow. You didn't get Batman barbecue?
I might have.
You didn't get Aquaman sea salt?
No, I might have. They
Wow.
were red. What's red?
That's original.
Yeah. So I would have been Superman. Bland. I love Superman. I don't mean that. But yeah, I actually got 2 because when I went up, they said you've got a friend coming.
Yeah.
But you had to work.
Yeah.
So I went yes, and I took it because I was going to make you wear it. But then I just found out that Claire threw it in the bin, and I went
no.
out to the bin to try and find it,
Oh, you're going to
I was
make me
gonna
you're going to
make
make me
you-
wear it during the podcast.
or at least attempt
Wow.
for you to wear it.
Wow.
It says Melbourne is all in, Mason.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Very. You know what I love about these things, and this was very much the case. The person who gets up and explains the movie at the start, it's like they've never seen a movie before.
Yeah, right.
They're reading off their phone. They're like, "Welcome to," she said, "Snack Snyder." Justice League film. The 5th film. It's a comic book world, and
Maybe she'd suffered some sort of personal tragedy immediately beforehand.
look, all you get up and say, thanks for coming to the Justice League premiere. We really hope you enjoy the film.
Don't spoil anything.
Don't spoil
Goodbye.
anything when you leave. Also, they always say we have night vision cameras.
Yeah, right. I've
They-
never seen
they
any.
never do.
I've never seen
It's
any.
a lie.
Also, maybe she got hit in the head and it reversed her personality. Maybe she was the most incredible Warner Brothers spokesman ever. She got hit in the head on the way in and now she's like, oh, I don't know. Anyway, get the question out of the way.
Anyway, I should do it. I'll do it for all of their films.
Okay.
You don't even have to pay me. I'll do it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Mason, what did you think the story was?
Oh, no. You've asked me the question and I wasn't prepared for it. Hang on, I'll have to
I
do
can't
it.
believe of all films. This is
Yeah,
what I
right.
wanted to ask you.
But Superman's dead,
Yep.
and everyone's sad for some reason, even though he's a menace. And then Batman saw a vision of the future in which Superman was going to kill everyone probably and destroy the world. So he's like, we better get the team together and fix. We'll get a team of superheroes. All right. Then there's mother boxes. They're going to find the mother boxes. Anyway, that's the plot of the movie.
Yeah, absolutely it is, yeah. So they get together an Aquaman. They get
Yep.
together the Flash, who runs like a man who's never run before in his
Yep.
life.
Maybe he was hit in the head and his personality
Very
changed.
possible.
Maybe he was a decathlon runner and he was hit in the head.
Mason, we want to talk about superhero fatigue, though, but Mason, I'm all bloody fatigued already from talking about
Oh, yeah.
No, we should talk about it.
Let's do it.
Where are you on superhero movies? Should we shut down this podcast?
No.
Do you want to change it to cooking?
What do you got in the boil right now?
Eggs.
Boiled eggs.
Yes.
So what you're saying, hypothetically speaking, is if we stopped talking about superhero movies and started talking about cooking,
Yep.
your opening salvo on our cooking podcast would be boiled eggs.
4 minutes on a high heat.
Oh, yes.
That'll get you a great boiled egg, Mason, straight up.
You wouldn't go with 3 minutes.
I've done 3, Mason.
All right.
This ain't my first egg-related
All right.
rodeo.
I'm just saying that sounds like a very hard boiled egg is what I'm saying.
No, it's not. It's soft in the middle, but the white part's cooked. That's what you want, right?
No, I want it all runny.
Then you don't boil an egg. Then you just eat an egg.
Just eat a raw egg. Yeah, yeah, that's right.
I'm telling you, it's good.
Okay.
I've been doing boiled eggs.
What if that was what the podcast became? Just one of us suggests a recipe and the other one's like, nah, just eat it all raw.
No, I think we should suggest how long you cook an egg for. So we start with 1 minute.
Yeah,
and then we
okay.
do that. That's episode 1.
Yep,
and then
nice.
we work our way up to 100.
Okay.
To 100 minutes.
It's like that. Have you seen those? Have you seen those YouTube videos where they just crush everything in a giant drill
Oh, yeah,
press?
yeah.
It'd be that. We just do a video series where we just boil an egg for 1 to 100 minutes. It'd be less interesting, I feel, but whatever.
Yeah. But Mason, what did you think the story was? Without
hang
spoiling
on.
everything.
All right, I can do this.
Okay, here we go.
Ryan Gosling.
The goose.
He's K.
Yeah.
He's a cool
He's
dude.
okay.
He's okay. And
Yeah.
he's a guy and his job is to retire replicants.
Yes.
Who are human-seeming robots.
Yep.
That are going rogue.
Correct.
By doing things like trying to live their lives. But he goes to him and he kills them.
It's like so he's essentially the Harrison Ford character.
Yeah.
From the first one, yeah.
But then he uncovers a mystery.
Oh no!
And what's he going to do? Solve the mystery and
Blade
cry a
Run.
lot.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll team up with Harrison Ford. They'll certainly meet in a very orange place, like they do in the trailer. No spoilers, it's in the trailer. They'll point some guns at each other or something.
Correct.
Yeah. Jared Leto's in it too. And a lady with a very severe fringe.
That being said, everybody else is really good.
I think, yeah, everybody's getting good performance.
Gosling's fantastic.
David Bautista's good in
Dave
this.
Bautista's fantastic. He's really might be his best performance.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Greg's just calling me.
Okay.
For everybody at home, Greg is what I call my wife.
It's not weird.
Greg, what's up? Yeah, no, I gave it to him. It's all good. Next Saturday, I think. Oh, great. All right, Mason and I are recording, so can I call you back? I'll speak to you later. Okay, love you. Bye, Greg. That was my wife, Greg.
He loves his wife. What a lame wad.
Come on, man.
Nah.
Colette says, also, thank you to all the people who, we mentioned it briefly last week, she fell over running and knocked a lot of her teeth out.
She sure did.
Which are now, it's looking much better. It's looking pretty
Yeah,
bloody primo.
you barely notice.
Yeah, but she's, yeah, it's only temporary, but she's getting it fixed again. She actually did an episode on it of her podcast, Just Make the Thing, which I'll link below.
Wow.
You can bloody check it
Wow.
out.
It's a real Kanye West moment for her.
In what sense?
He broke his jaw.
Did he?
He was not recently. This is years ago.
I was going to make a lewd reference to a self-act.
Yeah, well, potentially. No, because you know how he's a rapper.
Is he?
Yeah, well,
I'm also a rapper.
you're not. It's you can't rap or dab, all right?
Oh, come
Steady
on,
on,
mate.
But he started out as a hip hop producer.
Yes.
and it was in the era where you couldn't be a hip hop producer and be like a rapper. You couldn't cross over.
Right.
But he was like, no, I want to be one. And then he broke his jaw in a car accident.
Mm.
And then he recorded a song called Through the Wire where he raps with a broken jaw.
Ah.
Yeah.
This was obviously a long time ago.
This was a long time
It's
ago.
not really a relevant story then, is it?
Oh, what?
I mean, I'm just saying, it's a different injury and it happened in a different era.
That's true. And to different people now that I think about it. Yeah.
But yeah, she's doing well. Thank you for all the nice messages.
But the fact that they didn't show like he had 10 screens in his brain or
Yeah,
whatever.
right, gotcha, yeah.
Clearly he's getting some sort of weird input in his brain and we don't know what it is. I thought that was interesting.
They look like floating poos.
All right, steady on.
Don't you think?
No.
You don't think?
No, not really.
Okay, I like the noise they made.
Yeah.
No, they had actual noise, which I liked.
Flush. Just had a toilet flush noise.
Mason, it's time for an ad. No, we did that already. I think this is worse than an ad. We're going to talk about Geostorm. Oh,
Yay!
man. No, I put the
Well, here's
call
the-
out on
all right,
Twitter.
I want to be clear. We didn't, at no point did we have to talk about Geostorm,
Yeah.
but you kind of insisted.
I floated it on Twitter and then I dragged you along because I wanted to say, do people want us to talk about Geostorm?
Uh-huh.
And people did.
Yep.
I didn't want to say it, but I did say it.
Yep.
And I hated it. It was real bad. It's my least favorite genre of film.
Well, let me tell you about Geostorm.
Let me tell you about Geostorm.
Let me tell you about
Okay,
Geostorm.
all right.
It's a bad movie.
Yes.
But I loved it. And see, here's the thing. So a lot of the time a big blockbuster movie will come out and people will be like, okay, if you're going to see this movie, don't wait for DVD. You got to see it on a big screen. You got to see it on IMAX. You got to see it on double IMAX. You got to see it in 3D. You got to see it with a surround sound. You got to see it with a rumble chair. You got to get a big popcorn and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Then you'll get the full experience. I say not with this movie, but with this movie, if you're going to see it while sitting next to a friend of yours who was hating every second of it. Because I don't know if that was definitely part of it. We
got the best seats we've ever had in a movie also ever.
And you spent a lot of it with your head in your hands. And I'm like, this is on paper, this movie isn't very good.
No, and in reality, it's not very good also.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I hate all of these.
Yes.
And this is the worst one.
Yeah, right.
And that is really saying something. So these movies were big in the 90s and I hated it because it were like Twister, Volcano,
I feel you would have loved Twister.
No,
back
I
in the day.
hated Twister.
Interesting.
I hated it. I remember at the time people were like, did you see the cow? Yeah, the cow that went across the screen. Yeah, I saw it.
Uh-huh.
And like that movie's it's no good. Who talks about Twister now fondly, aside from the fact that Bill Paxton or Pullman's in it?
Yeah, right.
Even Independence Day, it's not good. People like the sequel's not good. They're both not good. But they're both better than this. This has so many tropes.
Yeah.
Of the Roland Emmerich, Dean Devlin-averse.
Can I ask you a question about
Sure.
this movie? What did you think the story was? I'm turning it on you.
So because the world's gone to shit.
Yep. Weather-wise.
Weather-wise, yeah. So Gerard Butler, he's the best scientist in the world.
He's a genius.
But he's also a bit of a bloody renegade.
Yeah, that's right.
So he builds a net around the Earth.
Not a literal net.
No, it's a net.
Oh,
He builds a full-on...
Fisherman's net.
It's got holes in it, obviously. But it's covers the entire Earth. And
Yeah.
from a space station, they can control the
What's
weather.
it called?
Is it Icarus or something like
It's called
that?
Dutch Boy.
Dutch Boy, that's right. But the other thing is it's called Dutch Boy, but he refers to it as a she. Like
Yeah,
a
right.
couple of times. So
Uh-huh.
it's confusing there in terms of what he's supposed to know it back to front.
Yeah.
And sometimes he does, but sometimes he doesn't.
Yeah, right.
So like you'll be like, oh, I hear that noise. That means something's broken loose and you should have got this thing checked out because he gets fired.
Anyway, I'm just going to go to this bathroom, and he opens the door, and it's a supply closet.
Exactly.
It's like, anyway, so he
doesn't know the basic layout, but he knows the noises that it makes.
Yeah. So anyway,
Let me finish.
All right.
So I don't believe in 2022 or whenever this is set that
Yep.
the man who's literally saved the world could get fired by another man who could not exist in the real world. Who's like, we saved the world but you're fired. And he's like, why? You didn't save the world. I didn't see you up on my space
Yeah,
station.
right.
I can't believe that wouldn't go to Twitter. Hey, they fired the guy who saved the world.
Yeah.
It just would not happen. The backlash alone. So fucking implausible, this entire thing. I just couldn't wrap my mind around how something this fucking stupid got this far. You don't recognize the guy who built the station. He's probably the most famous man in the world, and you work on the thing that he built.
Yeah, right.
And you don't know who he is.
Haven't you seen the poster in your room of him?
And it is hilarious. And it's $120 million.
Yeah.
Where is the budget? The
Yeah.
special effects are laughable in places. Like, really terrible. But I like that idea of the world coming together to solve this common problem. Like, there's themes.
So you're
and
saying you
issues-
like this? You
Shut
like
up!
this movie?
Shut up!
Yeah.
But I think Dean Devlin's an idiot.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I couldn't find the interview. There's an interview around the Star Wars re-release.
Yes.
And I looked and looked for it, but I couldn't find it, where he's talking about the first time that he saw Star Wars. He goes, and then there was a bit where Darth Vader came into the room for the first time and the whole cinema booed. And I was like, how does everybody know to do that? I don't know, because he just came through the door with the space Nazis who just gunned down 40 men. He's dressed in all black. There's ominous music. He's terrifying. Everybody's standing out of his way. What do you think everybody booed? What do you think the reasoning is?
What do
How
you
did
think
everyone figure it out at once?
What do you think the booing was for? It's a great new segment.
Anyway, good on you, Dean Devlin.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I yelled at you. That's not nice. You're just doing your best. You're probably a very nice man.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Great stuff. So what did you think the plot was?
So,
In fact, keep it rolling. I got something. Hang on.
what do I do?
No, just keep it rolling.
I don't know what to do by myself.
I just remembered something.
I think he's just going to the toilet. I think this is just an elaborate ruse so he can go to the toilet. He's going to come back and like hand me some hand soap and be like, "This is for you," and I'll be like, "That's the hand soap from my bathroom." But he'll be like, "No, it's slightly different. It's only half full because I dropped it at the supermarket. But I want you to have." He's still not back. I don't know what he's doing. Is he wrapping a gift? This guy, man. I'm so sorry. Episode 200, everybody.
You still feeling, James?
Yeah, no, we're not filming. It's podcasting. Did you run to your car?
Yes, I got something. Hang on.
I'm hoping he like wheels in a big cake. He's just standing outside. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's climbing inside it. Maybe he has climbed inside it. I hope he's not going to light sparklers.
James! For you! It's my gift to you, James!
Okay, so he's brought in a cake that he's probably baked himself, almost certainly, even though it's on a plastic tray. And it says 198, because for those who are long-time listeners of the show...
Happy 198th appearance on the Weekly Planet, James!
Yeah. Because I have missed 2 episodes. Once for my honeymoon. What was the other time I missed it?
You had a kid?
I went to Japan.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't miss it for having a kid. You left the door open, you dumbass.
No, what?
What kind of cake is this?
Rainbow cake?
Oh, do you make it?
No!
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I literally got you
No, you
nothing.
got me a glass of water.
Oh yeah, good point.
All right. Go on with the episode.
Straight into it?
Yes.
Should I blow them out?
If you want. Yay!
I did it! Next week, we might have a special guest.
Might have a special guest.
My grandparents.
Oh no! I'll get the shovels.
Do you want to kick it off?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
James, we've had some incredible guests on this podcast in the past.
Not true.
Your wife.
Yep.
Our friend Ben.
Yep.
A dog.
Yes.
But I think by quite a wide margin, this is going to just blow them out of the water.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you know him from a whole bunch of things we love. Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, The World's End, Spaced. Now he's got a new movie out. Mm-hmm. It's a heist. It's a romp. It's 2 things that I love. It's called Baby Driver.
Yep.
It's out right now as we speak. It's Mr. Edgar Wright. Edgar Wright, how are you, sir?
Thanks for having me.
How are you feeling?
I have tonsillitis,
Yeah.
if I'm completely honest. But I did have the amazing experience last night of A, doing a Q&A with Dr. George Miller.
We saw that, yeah.
The Sydney premiere. But B, him giving me a second opinion on what the doctor had said about my tonsillitis. Because him as a real doctor, it was like a funny thing where he said he was asking me what the doctor had prescribed and he had some of his own thoughts, which was just amazing. So I thought, I'm actually literally getting like a sort of second opinion from Dr. George Miller.
So, something we
Tell
always...
me more about Ben and your dog.
I mean, what's to say? Ben's a guy we know, and a dog is a dog that lives in my house. That's kind of the extent of it. Yeah.
We just wanted a guest we didn't have to purchase from a pet shop, I think, is ultimately, and we reached out. So there's a great scene right at the start with the Harlem Shuffle. It's so well integrated into the scene. I get the sense that maybe it's just my own bias that some of these songs have been rattling around in your head for a number of years, and you've sort of built a scene around. Is that fair?
I mean, quite a few. I'd say when I wrote the first draft of the script, which I started doing like 6 or 7 years ago, I had like 10 of the songs earmarked of what eventually would become 35 songs. The 10 of them I had nailed down in terms of I knew what song it was and I basically knew what scene it was.
Right.
And then when I was writing the rest of the script, I basically sort of like wrote it where it's like it's a song per scene. So if I got into a scene where I didn't have a song, I would not start writing until I found the right song.
There you go. Wow.
And then I'd literally go, okay, so it's a diner scene. He's meeting Deborah for the first time, and it's dreamy, and she walks in, and it's like he's imagining. He doesn't know whether this is really happening, whether it's a dream. So he's in a slightly dreamy state. Okay, I'm going to find something that's this kind of tone. Okay, how long is this scene going to be? This scene's going to be like 2.5 minutes long. Okay, let me look at my songs that are between 2 and 2.5 minutes.
Incredible.
So I'd find something that was the right duration. So what I wouldn't do is think, oh, this track's 5 minutes long, but the scene's only 2.5 minutes, so I just cut it.
Yeah, right.
Like, find the song that's the right length, and then write the scene to that song, which is exactly then it's like, this Beach Boys instrumental is perfect. But then the other thing that I did in that process, which became incredibly instrumental to the sort of the finished screenplay, was interviewing ex-cons.
Oh, wow, sure.
So I started in... One of the best guys, actually, for that was this guy called Joe Lawyer, who actually ended up being the script consultant and plays the security guard in the movie as well. He's in the post office heist. He, he'd been in prison for 10 years. So if he hadn't done it himself, he had met somebody like one of these people.
Right, yeah.
Kind of reminds me of this guy. And then you'd always get something anecdotal out of it that would be really useful. And so I would end up interviewing them and asking them very general questions and then very specific questions.
Sure, right.
So the very specific questions would be, would you ever listen to music on the way to a heist? And Joe Lawyer answered at one point, and his thing was all about his getaway song afterwards, but he said, I'd never listen to music on the way to a heist because I already have enough demons up here making music.
Oh, right. Okay.
I was like, oh boy, what a line. Write that down. Jamie Foxx says it later.
Yeah.
And then the other bit in that section, which is also from a completely different writer, a guy called Rick Moranik, who is a Boston ex-armored car robber and now crime writer. I asked him the same question. I said, would you ever listen to music on the way to a heist? And he said, no, not on the way to a heist. He goes, well, there was this one time. When anybody says there was this one time that the next bit's going to be gold.
Right,
Yeah, absolutely.
And he said that we're on our way to a job and the radio is on and the radio is playing Knocking on Heaven's Door by Guns N' Roses. And one of the guys in the back starts flipping out and saying, this song is bad luck. And this is a bad omen and this is a jinx. And we should not do this job because we just got hexed. So I thought, that's amazing.
Incredible.
And then that became a whole thing about hex songs. And then just the final thing on this is that Jamie Foxx read that bit and he says, my hex song is Hotel California by the Eagles. And I said, why is that? And he said, well, when I was growing up and playing a lot of pool in Dallas, anytime Hotel California would come on the stereo, I start losing. So Hotel California is unlucky. That's my hex song. So then I wrote that into the script. When we did a read-through, I wrote that into the script without telling Jamie, and then he came upon it and he laughed. So that's Jamie Foxx's hex song. So if you see Jamie Foxx playing pool, please don't play Hotel California by the Eagles on the jukebox.
Thank you so much for this. We really
Unless
appreciate
you're
it.
competing against him,
You want
and
a
then
shark
definitely
out.
do that.
Yeah.
Love it.
We really appreciate it. Good luck. Well done with this. Good luck with your next project, whether
Thank
it's Baby
you.
Driver 2 or whatever you got going on.
I appreciate it.
Absolute
cheers.
pleasure. Thank you so much.
Hope you enjoyed that interview.
Yeah.
We did, because we were there. How do you feel doing that?
Nervous.
Yeah, me too.
It's not really our
But
thing.
he was super nice, though.
It was super nice.
Yeah.
I mean, and speaking of, because again, he did have tonsillitis.
Yeah.
And our assumption was that at any given moment, they were going to cancel on us. And the fact that he was very sick and still didn't cancel on us,
Yeah.
very appreciative. And we were thinking, if anybody out there did like that little interview, hopefully at some point we might do some other interviews, or we might want to talk to Edgar Wright again next time he's in town.
Yeah.
If you wanted maybe if you're on the Twitters, if you want to at Edgar Wright and let him know and just say thanks.
Yeah.
If you want to just say thanks for having these couple of bloody boys.
And maybe at us in and at the
yeah.
Weekly Planet, which is the Raw Collings run
That'd be nice.
thing. Yeah, so that might, I don't know, because I still feel like people are like, who are you? What's this? Now, Mason, there's never been a girl in the regular room before. We forebode it.
We did, absolutely.
Minus the dog.
What?
Dog can be women too, Mason.
That's true. It is 2017. You're right. I was going to forebode it, but you're right. It's 2017.
That's it. If you
And
can
with
hear
that in mind,
if you can hear that other voice cackling away, that's
like to cackle.
You love a cackle. That's because my wife Claire's here to talk a little bit about Wonder Woman before we kind of wrap this up. Now, Claire, we're well into spoilers. You've walked into the tail end of our conversation, but you were lucky enough to attend the Melbourne premiere A real event.
Ooh, tell us about that. 'cause
With
I was
all the stars from Neighbours that just happened to be sitting behind
They were
us.
sitting behind us. Anyway, so Wonder Woman 2017. You had some thoughts that I'd love you to share. What did you think of this this film? The first, let's say, good female superhero movie
The
since
wonderful Wonder Woman film.
since none of the others, because they're all terrible.
Yeah, they are.
What do you think?
Well, I loved it. And I didn't think it was the best movie ever in the whole world. And
There's only 2 ratings on this.
Yeah,
but
there's no room for nuance here. I don't know
so
if you know.
I thought it was the worst movie
Thank
ever.
you. Once you cross this threshold into the man cave, you've only got one extreme or the
in
other.
this world, there are only 2 ratings. No, I really loved it. And I loved it because I saw a kick-ass woman being kick-ass and I was really believable. And she looked really strong and really fun and clever and she knew lots of languages. And she wasn't stick skinny. I thought that was so great to see.
Like I think you said on your YouTube review, James.
Go on.
You said this movie's pretty good, but it's not a game changer.
Not in terms of storytelling.
Yeah, but and I'd say maybe not in terms of us watching it, but I think it is definitely a game changer in terms of women watching a
100%.
or young women watching a film and going like,
that
that's
could be me.
Yeah, exactly.
Just brandishing a sword.
All right, steady on.
Yeah, come on.
Let's not go too far, all right?
Yeah, there was one thing
Have your eye
I
out.
did say to James, which I found interesting.
You're sleeping on the couch.
You're sleeping on the couch again.
Come on, mate.
No,
You're
that's
in
right.
the doghouse
Oh, man.
with the dog.
out of our 2 possible rating systems, would you give it a best movie ever?
Yeah, you
Nice.
got to give it a best movie ever made.
I have to, do I?
yeah,
How dare you?
that's it. Or you're in the doghouse.
Wow.
Get out into the doghouse.
Wow.
In the cold.
Yeah.
No, I really enjoyed it.
Where can people find you though, Claire? You got stuff going on. You won't
goodness.
take my last name in real life, but you'll steal my last name for Twitter.
Well, I will. Shameless.
Jumping on the back of my popularity.
Yeah, I know.
Our popularity, Mason.
Yes, I know. Shameless, that's me. You can find me at www.shameless.com.
I think that'd be a TV. That might be something
It's
weird.
probably a porn.
I'll just
Yeah.
It's
double.
probably something.
Just,
I'll
we'll
just
edit that out.
double-check
We'll edit it
that.
out. It's fine.
Actually. No, so you can find me at...
Yeah, don't go to that. That's
Is it
Yeah, it's real
terrible?
bad, yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Anyway, sorry. Go
Quick, let's
on.
buy
be so
.com.au and see what happens.
No, so you can find me on Twitter at Mrs. Sunday Movies or Claire Tonti. But I'm also starting a podcast. Well, I have. I've started. And it's called Just Make the Thing. And it's really just about how to start making a thing and keep on making it because I am historically terrible at that particular thing.
Yeah, you are.
I am. Thanks. I love how you have my back over there.
There is a
husband,
moment.
man.
There is a
Well,
moment.
he's in a bind there because he can't be like, no, you're great at making a thing. Why would you make a podcast about it because you're good at it? Or he can, you've thrown him under the bus either way. Good work.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode.
what?
To another episode of the Weekly Planet official podcast of comicbookmovie.com, where we talk movies, comics, TV shows. My name is James, also known as Mr. Sunday. With me always is my co-host, carrier of the champ, Nick Mason.
It's me. I won again.
He's back.
I won the Weekly Planet last week and now I'm back to do it again. But we've got a special guest this week.
We do.
We do.
A competitor.
Oh, no.
That's how it works.
Well, see, that's pretty much why I've always won. Because I've had no competition.
Absolutely.
Oh, very special guest. 1/3 of the very funny podcast Do Go On, which
Great
I'm a big
podcast.
fan of.
Yeah. You've been on it.
I have been on it.
Yeah.
Award-winning comedian. He was the winner of Raw Comedy. That's Australia's nationwide young comedy type person type search.
Sexiest comedian.
Sexiest comedian in Australia 2014.
Yep.
It's Mr. Matt Stewart. Hey, Matt. Welcome.
Hey, Nick. Thanks so much for having me. I missed the Sunday.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
I just had your face revealed to me
Yeah.
What, literally just now?
just now.
That's right,
Wow.
yeah.
I had my eyes closed.
Terrifying?
No.
Suitable?
Oh man,
fit? Oh, good.
what a lovely surprise.
I'll take that. Thank you very much.
Here's some more facts about Matt Stewart from Wikipedia.
I'm ready.
You ready for this?
You got a Wikipedia?
I don't think so.
He's a linebacker. He's been part of the Atlanta Falcons, the
Wow.
Cleveland Browns, the Arizona Cardinals, the Dallas Cowboys, and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
What are you doing, man?
I'm a
busy
I'm a
man.
journeyman.
I was going to say. Hey, so Matt, how many facts do you think you retain from your podcast? Because it's a fact-based.
It's all fact. Oh, we should mention as well, you're going to be part of Planet Broadcasting also, and you're going to be there.
Just you, not the other two.
Yeah, no, we don't want them. But
David
Oh
Jesse.
no, I'll let them down easy. I'm catching up with them later, so that's going to be fun. To
tell them after the show. You don't
Yeah,
want to
I'm going to tell them during. Yeah, it's pretty exciting to be over. We just tweeted that news out to our friends who follow us on Twitter.
Absolutely.
That's how that works.
That's exactly how that works. Yeah.
And they seem excited.
Cool. Yeah.
One person said, "What does that mean?" And I turned off my phone and went into a different room. So I wasn't fully sure how to answer, but I know it's exciting.
Absolutely, it is. Well, we got to get straight into the news.
No, but the thing.
Sorry.
Question about the facts.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Jeez, mate.
How many facts do you think you retained?
I reckon I leak a lot of them. I reckon maybe 20 to 30%, maybe.
That's still a good rate.
That's quite good.
We'll talk about a movie on an episode, and then the next week I'll have no.
It's like you
memory.
hadn't seen that.
It's like I hadn't seen the movie. Exactly. We'll talk about like an upcoming movie for like 10 weeks, and then it'll come up, and I'm like, this totally took me by surprise. When did they announce this?
Batman and Superman.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, actually, I found out an interesting fact the other day. Med students' brains, they actually slightly expand, apparently. I heard this from a med student during the exam period because they just cram in all this information. And so it expands to kind of fill, I don't know by how much, less than a millimeter. And then it shrinks back afterwards. So
Just med students. That sounds
yeah,
like
'cause they're
that sounds
doing
like
all the hard work,
That
Mason.
sounds like a med student showing off.
Med students and podcasters.
Surely all people studying.
Your
you would
brain's
think.
real swole, man.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's shredded. My brain's shredded. I dehydrate my brain just before the exam so it looks totally shredded.
Real cut.
Yeah.
Cut brain.
But maybe there's other things happening this week, Nick Mason.
In what sense?
I'm throwing to you.
Yes.
You're gonna.
I'm ready to catch. Here we go.
You're going to introduce.
Lead me into this. I can do it. I'm ready.
Hey, Dad, it's me. It's your son. It's Master Sunday Movies.
Yep, here he is.
I'm so glad you finally let me exist in the podcast world.
This is how you reveal that you can speak.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Amazing.
You've never heard me talk until now.
Why would a toddler reveal that they could speak on any other medium than a podcast? Why any child of yours would provide content to you?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's not your child.
Tricked
Yeah,
him.
no,
bit of a
he
trick.
tried to make me talk on Twitch once. I was like, this is a dying format that will never catch on outside of video gaming.
Do you want to
Okay, I should do an actual intro. That'd be great. Look, we've got.
No, it's fine. Leave it. There is a dog here.
Yeah,
it's
there
dog
is.
Hello, dog.
It's
Who's
me.
the dog?
I'm your dog. Hey, what's up?
Oh no! It's a man.
can see him.
He's had many lives. He's a DJ. He's
Yeah.
a restaurateur.
Yeah.
He's a raconteur.
He's a podcaster.
He's a podcaster. The greatest honor of all to be a podcaster. It's Andrew Levins. Levins is here. Welcome.
Thanks for having
Over
me.
the show.
No problem. Thanks for coming out.
You know what I admire is your restraint that you've gone this entire episode without saying "as a dad." You could have prefaced every single thing today with "Listen, as a dad, I think the best comic book adaptation is this," but you haven't, and I respect.
I
it.
was gonna like just try and sabotage this and just make James talk about father stuff because I've been loving that seeping into the podcast now that you're allowing
If
it.
there's one thing that I hate, it's other dads. And I don't mean like you. I mean like you get the dad at the park and he's like, best job in the world. And I'm like, fuck off. Get the fuck out of my face. I want to talk to regular people, like, and my friends. Anyway.
I just wanted to talk to James about fatherhood and CrossFit.
Yeah, I bloody bet you would.
Best
Listen,
podcast
man.
ever.
How about this? If people have an example of something that they feel is better, they could hit us
comic
up on
book, if
Twitter.
you will.
Yeah, add us all on
just
Twitter.
anything.
Yeah.
Not anything. At Mr. Sunday
I think
Movies.
free range eggs are better than cage eggs.
Shut up, Tommy.
Fight me.
At Mr. Sunday Movies. At Wikipedia Brown. At Lev Dog. Do you want to spell that? It's because it's not
LEVDAWG.
Yeah.
It's not the way your grandma spells
You
dog.
better believe
right.
it. Yeah. So if you got some good examples, yeah, we'd bloody love to hear about it.
James, shut up.
You shut up.
Stop talking for 1 second if you could. If you wouldn't mind, because we've got a special guest.
We do.
And I'm going to introduce the special guest.
I'll be here too.
Part of Planet Broadcasting.
Yep.
A fantastic podcast. It's called Human Ordinary.
Yeah.
Ira Glass of This American Life has said the writing is spectacular.
That's right. I've got his
I mean, it
website
says
up there.
it says ... The writing is spectacular ... So who knows what's on the other side of those dots? But
So I could say for an idiot, or is that?
Yeah,
sure that's
yeah,
not-
or like, I am never going to say about this podcast that.
the writing is
The
spectacular.
writing is spectacular, yeah.
Unless I'm tricked into it.
That's it.
Absolutely, yeah. Which
But you
I
know
did.
what? I've been listening to it very recently,
Yeah.
and the writing is spectacular.
Absolutely.
Don't take the word of podcasting superstar, amazing storyteller Ira Glass. Take the word of this idiot. So to watch this today, I was at work and I googled just watch Prometheus online
Right,
for free.
yeah.
And the first there's a Putlocker link for it, and whoever's uploaded it has put this little description of Prometheus. I wonder if you guys would agree with this.
Sure, let's
The
see.
sentiments here. As you could visualize, this film is quite scary. Agreed, probably? Yeah, okay. I discovered a number of the action scenes in Police Academy 6 really startling, but let me let you know, several of the scenes in Prometheus take soiling yourself to an entire new level. And it's simple to see why. The film capabilities 3 from the most frightening things known to man: space aliens, dark caves, and mysterious ooze. You're not wrong.
Those 3.
I'm not finished!
Ooze.
When the crew in the Prometheus entered that scary old dark cave, I could barely hold of my Fanta with fright.
Fanta?
Yeah. I don't know. I much prefer a Ripley that's surviving on grit and tenacity as opposed to
Yeah.
just being able to rip an alien in half.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but there's also a bit of sympathy that she seems like affinity that she has with them as well.
Yeah.
You know,
And she does feel that remorse when she sucks that alien, which I guess is her kid. Out through the hole, which is a pretty good death.
That is awesome, actually. Yeah. I was saying to you before, like, you know, now that I'm a dad, like my daughter's as a father, that whole scene affected me in a way that I had never had imagined. I've seen that movie a few times, but watched it the other day, and I was that scene.
It's screaming to her to
exactly.
to help.
And I'm like, oh no, her kids.
I feel we should introduce a new segment in future called As a Father. and we'll review a film, and maybe it's just some dumb action film, and then you have to segue into, but as a father, I think this. You can get guests in, it'll be great.
Absolutely, we can.
Yeah, you can become friends with more dads.
Oh, that's my dream, isn't it? Now, Mason.
All right, cease your prattling, James.
Okay, sorry.
About whatever we're talking about just then.
I'll stop.
If you could.
I have.
Hey, here's a question for you. When you were a kid and you were listening, you were listening with rapt attention to the radio, Triple J, you were loving it. When you were watching the TV, watching ABC TV, you were loving the Gruen transfer.
Yes.
When you go into the comedy festival and laughing your ass off with thousands of other people, did you ever think for any moment that at some point you'd be sitting in a room with your childhood hero, me, ever in your life?
Every day is a blessing. I'll tell you that much.
But as a side note, we've brought in a very special guest who may very well have been on the radio Triple J, who's been on TV, who's had a million billion shows at the Melbourne International Comedy Festival, sellout shows. It's Will Anderson.
It's bloody Will Anderson.
Hello.
Hey, mate.
Hello.
We don't clap for
that
everyone.
was very good, actually.
Thank you.
I
just thought
like
of
that whole bit.
Oh, I did a bit.
I was like, this. Actually, my appearance on this show is not going to be as good as that bit.
Oh, no. Disagree.
Isn't that fun?
I mean, is there any chance that people think if you play the Joker, then you're going to die is the reason that Jared Leto got cast in the... Is there someone out there who just...
He really took that to 11 in a bad way.
Yeah, the article's like, you were sending them used condoms in the mail to get in character. And I'm like, that's a workplace, you know?
It really is,
Like, if we did that in any of our workplaces... So I'm just trying to get you motivated for the next Gruen episode, Russell. So here's my used condoms. Stick it inside your head. No, that's inappropriate.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. I don't think so.
And have you...
Calm down. Just act.
There's an X, you stand on the X, and you say the words you're supposed to say, and then you get off the X, and you go home.
At the very least, here's how much you have to think about it. Like, that makeup takes a while to put on. Just from the minute they start putting on your makeup until when they're finished doing that, that's probably an hour minimum.
Yeah, right.
Like, probably a couple of hours. For but like an hour minimum.
Right, just for the head. If he's wearing a jacket, that's fine,
Just Joker it up from there.
That's right, yeah.
If you can't become the Joker in an hour, then you are the wrong guy for this job. I understand there are flaws to that movie.
Yeah.
But, well, I only think there's only one flaw to the entire movie, which is in the final fight scene between Bane and Batman on the steps, that one where he kind of comes through the crowd and Bane sees him, and he's like, you're back to die with your city. I think that's Yoda, actually. I can't do voices, sorry. And he goes, no, I'm back to stop you.
No, you can do voices. Right? You can do,
And it's one of those things where you're like,
could have said anything.
Nah,
nothing.
Just
Nothing
don't say anything.
work,
Just start the punching. That's not my Batman. You don't live. We all know why you're here, mate.
Yeah.
We all get it.
You're in the suit. There was the big fire.
No, even Bane doesn't think that you've come back to die with the city. Bane was saying that Bane gets that you're there to get him. That's why he's saying that. That's Bane kind of playing off the situation.
Yeah.
We've
actually got a Charlie Clausen from TOFOP.
A Charlie Clausen?
Did I say a Charlie Clausen?
It sounded like you said a Charlie
The
Clausen.
Charlie Clausen. Clausen
that's
from
better.
Topop.
I probably am. No, there is another Charlie Clausen. There was this kid called Charlie Clausen who would troll me on Instagram
Oh, no.
for like a year. Every time I would post something, he would post in the comments, #saint. And and it was one of those things where I just should have let it slide. But for some reason, I don't know, maybe I was hungover one day. It was really bugging me.
Yeah.
And so I direct messaged him and said, look, mate, it's been a year of #same.
Please.
It's not funny anymore. And then one of his mates commented, like he must have gone and cried to one of his friends. He was about 12. or
Yeah.
something.
Right. Is he Australian?
I think American.
Right, yeah.
Because then his mate had to go up me and was like, you know, you a big shot celebrity like you shouldn't be like beating up on kids like this. And I'm like, well, I'm not a big shot celebrity. It would have been awesome. Have you read that, George Miller's Justice League script?
I have.
Yep.
We've got a video on it where we talk about it.
I mean,
somewhere, yeah.
goofy, right? Like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
opening scene, all the superheroes in costume at a funeral. Like,
Oh, man.
I just love the idea of seeing like all
I
those
would've
guys
loved to
sitting
see
in
that.
pews in like
Yeah.
full costume. It's like there's a scene in Batman Forever which always makes me laugh where it's just they're showing a bit of newsreel footage and it's Harvey Dent becoming Two-Face where
Yep.
Tommy Lee Jones gets acid and then they cut to the crowd and Batman is leaping from the chairs in full Batman
That's
gear,
right, yeah.
which suggests up until that point he'd been sitting there quietly watching the trial unfold before leaping from his seat to try and stop it.
That's right, I forgot that. That's very 1960s Batman will hold like a press conference or
Yeah.
something. Yeah. That's amazing. Anyway, thanks again, Charlie.
No worries, thank you.
Thanks again, Mason.
Thank you.
Thank me.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you,
Can
Charlie.
you do, just because I'm a fan of the show and I'm here, can you do
Sure.
your famous catchphrase?
Do it, James.
What's my
Good one.
You know.
Do
Damn it,
it.
Charlie. Hey, who ate all my biscotti?
Yay! Oh,
God damn it, Charlie.
he's
God
done
damn
it. Thank you, sir. Grab
That's the
that.
only reason I came to hear that.
This week, I am your host, Nick Mason, regular host of James Mr. Sunday Movies. He's in Hollywood. He's Hollywooding about. He's gallivanting about. He's pointing at signs and he's being on movie fights and he's getting into real fights with those cosplayers out Hollywood Boulevard. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, listen, I can't do this alone because I'm technically very incompetent. So we're gonna talk about the movie It. And I'm a big old fraidy cat, so I figured I'd employ my two bravest mates.
Mm-hmm.
They are stand-up comedians. They are writers for the television. They are podcasters. They have their own great podcast, Two in the Think Tank. And the bravest thing of all, they're both dads. So
Yes.
the bravest job in the world.
The real heroes.
Yeah.
In a way. So may I introduce Andy Matthews and Alistair Tremblay-Birchall.
You may.
Good.
I'm Andy.
And I am Alistair George William Tremblay Birchall. Thank you for having me on your podcast. Thank you, Nick.
You're very
It's a
welcome.
real bloody pleasure to be here.
Let's see. Who loves Marvel movies here, guys?
I really love Marvel movies.
I enjoy a lot of Marvel movies when I see the movies.
Like here's
But you don't seek them out.
No, generally, I would say I probably go see 50%.
Well, there you go. Good strike rate.
One form or another.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's been your fave, Andy?
Oh, look,
Or least fave? or a one you found that was okay?
man, this is the lowest stakes question, but I'm so terrified I'll get it wrong and I'll say a DC film or something. The Diary of Anne Frank movie.
No! Should we talk about the movie It? Now, James is overseas in Hollywood having a protein shake with Hollywood Hulk Hogan or something, whatever he's doing. And so I said to you guys, hey, do you want to go see It? And Al, you said, there's a session at midday. And I went, oh, thank God. Because I'm a real fraidy cat. My only clown experience, and it's not technically a clown experience, but it was in that time period. And I've mentioned this on the show before, but we got new listeners, and people have probably forgotten, that New Year's a couple of years ago, it was a super, super boiling hot day. It was about 40 degrees Celsius.
Yes.
And I went past a hotel in Richmond that was having some New Year's celebrations.
Yes.
There were people lining up out the front, and there was a man out the front, and he was dressed in like head-to-toe Hessian sack, but like tied up with rope, like a kind of Resident Evil, like an oily Hessian
When you say
sack.
head to toe, you mean like head covered as
head
well.
covered with like a sack on it, like no eye holes, no nothing.
Wow.
And he was just standing there, like looking out onto the road, and he had in each hand, without exaggeration, he had a chain in each hand that went down to the ground, and at the end of each chain was like a burning piece of fabric, and he was just sort of casually whipping these flaming chains about.
You know, that's not a clown.
I know,
Mason.
yeah,
that's not a clown story.
Yeah.
Unless you've been brought up on some really weird clowns. But, oh man.
Yeah. It was odd. And then I went back later and he was gone, so I assume he had been taken away by the police.
See,
or he'd gone into a sewer. I don't know.
Or he just caught fire, right? Hessian, I imagine, is a pretty flammable material for a guy who's got just some flames he's whipping around.
I guess it is scary to think that under that bag he was also had his face painted as a clown.
That's true. Could have been painted as anything.
Yeah.
I maintain that if you open your door and there's a guy standing in a clown outfit, you can attack that person.
I agree. I absolutely
You 100% because that's a threat.
Yep.
You shouldn't shoot them.
I'm astounded no one was shot
Yeah.
during the spate of clown silence.
I just feel like if I open the door and there's somebody standing there, 1 second and I'm on that person.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like straight away.
Yeah. And they're not supernatural. They'll go down if you hit them in the head with a shovel. Let
That's
me
right.
tell you.
Try running away with your big floppy feet, you can't.
Yeah.
That being said, I'd probably get beaten up. Like that's how that would go.
certainly,
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want to introduce our fantastic guest?
Yes.
A returning guest to the show. I think it's our first ever returning guest.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now listen, this week we're going to talk about the cinematic oeuvre of Mr. Harrison Ford.
Correct.
So we figured who better to bring in than the man who's been closer to Harrison Ford than anyone else except perhaps his jeweler or his flight instructor. From the Steel Wars podcast, it's Steel Saunders. How are you, buddy?
Hey, you guys. He touched my shoulder.
He did. Yeah. That's a fantastic interview. So
It was fate.
it must have been.
It was just the will of the force.
And you had an opportunity to speak to him. You actually managed to like crack his craggly veneer and get a smile out of him. It was crazy. This should make for entertaining podcasting. All right, this is interesting. Apparently, the DCEU doesn't exist. As
Oh, thank God.
so forget everything. All right. Well, we're going to talk about Blade Runner 2019, which is not the name of it, but it's the year that it's set because the new one's Blade Runner 2049.
Mason, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
All right. You're in a desert.
Uh-oh.
Right. You're walking along. You see a tortoise.
Yes.
Upside down. Mm-hmm. He's struggling.
Do you fuck it? Sorry, still keep going.
Do you fuck it?
Oh, I do love that way. Like that's the way that they determine replicants. Like the machine. It breathes because it takes in what.
But every time someone fails the test, they shoot the quizmaster. And it's like, was he a replicant? Well, the gunshot does not lie. And then out the back, they've just got all these quizmasters with big bullet holes.
That'd be incredible.
And then all the next interrogators, like they really softball the next round of interrogations. So you see a tortoise, and then you flip it over, but then you flip it back. It's fine. Don't even worry about it.
No. What's a tortoise? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. You're doing great,
You're
mate.
doing such
You're
a
doing
good
great.
job.
It's a type of cake.
Yeah.
But I was listening to that question.
Yeah.
And turtles are my second favorite animals behind cats.
Sure.
So I was just getting caught up in it. It's like, flip it back, help him out.
Yeah.
But first scratch his little tummy. Like, that is fun.
Can they feel that?
Oh, that's a good question. I met a giant tortoise in,
Was it a man dressed in a Donatello costume?
No, he was in the water. I'll show the video after this. But like,
The Donatello costume was in the water. Sorry, keep
but
going.
like if you hold your hands out in a circle out the front of you,
Yeah.
like that's how big his shell was.
Yeah.
And I met him, I got to pat him. I was crying. It
Yeah.
was so emotional to meet a tortoise of this magnitude, or any tortoise. I don't want to
Yeah.
discriminate between smaller tortoises or not. They're all great.
They're all great.
But to meet a big one in the water was,
Yeah.
I'm not a replicant. That's all
I,
I'm going to say. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
With Krang, would you rather be the brain in the belly or
Yep.
the body that gets to walk around?
The body's not sentient as far as I know, or limited sentientality. Mason?
Yeah,
What do you
it's
think?
just it's no replicant. It's
just a big old bod.
Yeah, it's a big bod.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a paunchy bod as well.
Yeah.
All right.
It's got guns in it though. so that's
Deeper
pretty
question.
Yeah.
In your relationship as
Yeah.
podcasters,
Sure.
who's the Krang and who's the body?
good. Somebody's already done fan art of that. I'm the brain.
Yeah, that
James is
makes
the body.
sense. Because
Yeah.
I'm kind of like the loose structure, but you keep the ship afloat.
So you're saying you carrying the load? Would that mean?
No, I wouldn't. No, now I feel you really twisted it on me, Steele. I mean, I do edit it, so yes.
Yeah.
No, that's
And
fine.
I do love.
Oh, it was Fergal. It was our friend Fergal.
Ah,
Quigley.
what a legend.
Yeah.
Oh, he's great. I do love that. I come up with this. I think, this is a good premise. It's like, no, we've had that one in fan art, buddy.
Shut up, Steele.
There's already a t-shirt. Don't even worry about it, mate.
Damn it.
Where can people find you specifically? What's
Well-
your address?
It is, it's apartment 301. No, it's, I do a podcast called Steele Wars where each week we interview a Star Wars fan of note.
And so it's easy to recommend because, like your show, for example, because it's a great show. So, yeah.
Oh, thanks, James.
Thumbs up. Mason, you get one too.
Nice. We're all doing a thumbs up like it's a weird Mexican standoff, but with positivity.
Mason?
I'm here and we've got a guest too.
Unbelievable.
Isn't it though?
That's fairly believable.
Yeah, we've had guests in the past.
We mentioned this last week briefly. We've got Adam Knox in from the Filthy Casuals podcast.
That's
comedian,
right.
chimp cop, man about town.
That's me. There's a voice to prove it.
He's done it.
Maybe one of you is doing a great impression. Mason, drink a glass of water while I talk.
Okay, here we go.
I'm a dumb idiot named Mason.
Oh, he tricked me. I was doing theatre of the mind. I was literally drinking as well, and I couldn't respond. You son of a bitch. You're good. He's good.
I like how you start your podcast by acting as though you've just taken a brief break, shorter than a week.
Right.
You started as though it's been a few seconds since you last spoke to everyone.
We're straight into it. We don't muck around here. Absolutely. Should plug up top your podcast, Filthy Casuals, which is on the Planet Broadcasting.
On the Planet
Network.
Broadcasting. I
Plug it now, Knox.
Clearly an experienced podcaster who immediately gets a mouthful of ice before having to talk. Luckily, it melts quite quickly. Yeah, it's about video games. It's on Planet Broadcasting. It's me and Tommy Dassel and Ben Vanel who've both been on this show before,
right,
I think.
We've done it. We've done
We've
the
got
hat
them all.
trick. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, no, it's a great show. I listen to it literally every week. So,
Oh, great.
I liken it to this, except video games and funnier. So,
Oh, well, that's very nice and accurate.
I just wanted to get general thoughts on, is there any areas from the Star Wars saga of all eras or new eras that you would think would make an interesting TV show and or television or trilogy of films, Star Wars films? It's also a competition, so...
All right, here we go.
Lightsabers.
It's the best thing. I can't compete with that now.
That'd be pretty cool. I would love to see like a thing about the first like lightsaber blacksmith. I'd like to see heaps of shit. Just like almost anything that they could do, but like something really actually far away from everything they've done.
Yeah.
Something very separate. There's not been a lot of ground level stuff.
That's true, yeah.
Really, like I have always liked the thought of them doing a very kind of like just like a noir film.
Yeah, right.
On Coruscant or something,
Well,
you know?
there was a TV show that was planned called Star Wars Underworld, which was going to be set between episodes 3 and 4 that George Lucas was working towards. There's apparently 100 hours of it were planned out, and it was exactly that.
Oh, right.
Seedy
That's
Coruscant
probably where I've
underbelly,
gotten that from then.
You've stolen that, yes. Yeah. You are disqualified, Mason, you win.
Yes.
George
I'm going to take
Lucas-
lightsabers then.
George Lucas would never accept idea theft.
Yeah.
But yeah, something small scale I would like to see.
Mason?
Bigger scale.
Oh, okay.
Just
Giant lightsaber.
Just Imperial super weapons fighting each other every episode. I'm going to go the other way. Just Death Stars fighting Death Stars.
Just Looney Tunes, but Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker running in with bigger cannons each
Yeah.
time.
That's
Till
right.
one of them's the size of a planet.
Do you want to talk more about Star Wars, everybody, but video games?
I mean, moments ago I was thinking, God, I'm actually kind of exhausted just thinking about
Mason,
Star Wars.
you haven't even begun to
Yeah,
get
let's do a whole
exhausted.
episode on it, though. Sounds really good.
There's a big ass universe of Star Wars out there.
You know it.
Yeah.
We're going to talk the best video games, the worst video games. We're going to forget a bunch of them. So don't
We're going to get letters for a week about it.
email in.
I was trying to look up like a chronological list of Star Wars games before and couldn't do it within the first 4 links,
Yep.
so gave up.
I've got a reasonably comprehensive
You
list
are on
here.
board.
Yeah,
You are.
this is-
That is the Weekly Planet ethos. So
Yeah.
congratulations. The movies are almost exclusively committed to somebody getting a limb or a head or something cut off.
Yeah.
But the games will never do it. It's
Yeah.
always just hitting people with sticks.
Yeah, which was what I found the Force Unleashed games were.
Totally.
Yeah.
You whack someone with the lightsaber and they crumple a bit.
Yeah.
You know, but decapitation is weird in video games. For some reason, there's specific ratings laws in most countries
Oh, I
around
see.
decapitation. I think in Japan, it's you can't show intestines coming out, but you can show limbs get cut off. Here, I'm pretty sure you can't have any decapitation. That might not be the case anymore.
What if,
Ever since
if you put a bit of a shoulder into the decapitation, you went kind of...
sure.
if you went at an angle,
Yeah, if you went at an angle, yeah.
I think that would be the worst thing you could do.
Do you remember...
What if you
actually-
just put the lightsaber right up their dick, like all the way? Could that be the worst?
It's a different thing you're violating there. It's not really about decapitation. It turns into a different rating.
Oh, that's
system.
okay.
Okay,
Right,
interesting.
It becomes
Because
too
as
hot.
long as there's no gambling,
well,
Australian
that's right.
ratings board will allow it.
Gambling's the one thing they don't give a fuck about
Yeah,
at the
interesting,
moment.
isn't it? Where are you, Knox?
Uh,
Is it Adam G. Knox? Is that you?
yeah, I'm Adam G. Knox on Twitter. Filthycasuals.com.au is the easiest place
There
to go
you
for
go.
us.
Tell
so we
him
don't
your-
have to say those 5 things every time.
Nah, we like to say them.
Tell us your
We
favourite
love
bloody
it.
Star Wars
It's
game
not that
on-
it's just occurred to us now that we wouldn't have to say it. Oh no!
But this is actually the last. This is the last time we're recording here because as you know, my house.
Knox is going to
upside
burn the
down.
place down.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Eat some asbestos, red house down.
I'm impervious to it.
Yeah.
Grab that gem whenever you like.
Oh, thank you.
Stop grabbing your gems, Mason.
Nah, I won't.
You weirdo.
You have to assume there's going to be some murderers.
Yeah.
If a series goes this long and there's this many people involved, you have to assume at least one person's going to become a murderer. As with the launch of Planet Broadcasting, there's so many great people involved, but invariably one of them's going to be a murderer.
Invariably, the people will find Adam Knox's body.
I was going to say Adam Knox too! It's definitely Adam Knox is going to be revealed as the murderer. He's got a beard and a knife, that man. Hate mail.
But the hate has an 8 in it. Hate mail. When you don't like what people say because you're a bitch. But so I thought I'd bring back. So I got a bit of flack for my negative review.
Oh, what?
So I'm decided to bring back hate mail, but the hate has an 8 in it.
Fantastic.
Where I read out 8 bits of hate mail, but it's never 8.
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. This is from Andy Peters. What a moaning C-bomb of a reviewer.
Did he say C-bomb?
No, he did not.
Hello.
This review is shat.
All right.
This is from Carlos Yu. You suck at reviews. Just say it's okay. Stop trying. It's spelled TRYN to explain. Spelled X and then play.
Yeah, why would you explain anything in a review? I wouldn't. Just say it's okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
why waste minutes?
This one's from Sean McClure and it just says 1 trillion thumbs down. Brutal.
That's the thing.
That's a record, right?
Yeah, but I mean also...
Is that to me or the movie, actually? I don't
know. See, that's the thing. If you just said it's okay, what does that mean? But this guy, 1 trillion thumbs down, is he referring to you or the movie? Or
don't
the
know.
breakfast he had? You know? Dog, what are you doing? Get away from my mic.
This is from Mr. Guess Who. Just says, fuck this channel. And there's 5 exclamation marks.
Yeah, feel strongly about it. I
Absolutely.
appreciate it. I respect that.
This one says, you only like generic movies with ton of joked. Okay. I got 2 more. This is from from Kalo B. Couldn't finish your video, bro. Your voice is okay, not good. Try again when your balls drop. It's not going to happen now. I mean,
It's too late.
It's too late, isn't it?
They're wedged way up there. Yeah.
This is Rin Stink.
Oh wow, you've drawn a lot of hate with an 8 this week.
I have. Piece of shit Marvel fanboy.
Nice, good. That's you.
Silver Tongue.
So wait, so people this time around, yeah, they're very mad at you for liking Marvel too much,
but also not liking. No, they're
but also not hating this.
For not hating this, yeah.
Right. It's a very narrow, ever-shifting band, and if you're not in it,
that's right.
They hate you, which is good.
This is from Isabel. So women can be hateful too, Mason.
Oh yeah.
Bitch, this movie was awesome. Shut up. This is from Pineapple Tart.
In fairness, you are a bitch.
I know.
Yeah.
Pineapple Tart. Always got to be one reviewer to clickbait by going against the grain.
Oh,
yeah. And this is from music. So just music.
The concept of music,
The concept
sure.
of music.
Maybe the band The Music. Do you
Could
remember
be.
that?
Could
Maybe
be.
it's Madonna's album Music.
Oh, is that a good one?
No.
Oh, that's okay. then.
Some of it's all right.
Okay.
She's got a good producer on it.
6
Anyway.
out of 10?
Yeah, 6 out of 10.
Okay, good. Another pathetic hater trying to sound different by hating on Wonder Woman. Fuck this review. And don't you fucking dare try to praise the shitfest Captain Marvel when it drops, or I'll expose your ass, bitch.
Jeez, all
Oh,
right.
sorry, or I'll expose your bitch ass.
Well, a lot of people are calling you a bitch this week.
This is a good week for hate mail.
Also,
I
he's
feel.
pre-written his Captain Marvel review, and it's not coming out for like years.
Yeah, it's like 2 years away.
Jeez. Gee whiz, this guy.
No, music.
Oh, yeah, music. Yeah, got you there. That's true, yeah.
Gianluca says, you really don't understand a single thing about movies and Star Wars in general. This movie sucks so hard it hurts to sit through it. This is from Cancho Kimocho. This half-millennial / half-feminist propaganda film is not the Star Wars. This is something completely different than the original trilogy.
That's always...
At least proofread your
Yeah, right?
your
No, I
aggressive
think that's
tweets.
correct. I think if you confuse then and then, you can just ignore their whole
okay.
opinion, really.
This is from Yep. I don't know how to say that. Fuck your goddamn videos. I'm clicking for 10 things, but you are a trolling son of a bitch. Stop doing this shit. Fuck you and your fucking friend. This video is such a mess.
Hey, wait. Guess what? We've got a friend each. Yes. Sucked in, idiot. You don't have a friend.
This video is such a mess. They are just having a conversation. Yeah.
That is bad.
What the?
How many of these do you have?
I've got so many. Okay, I got 2 more.
All right.
This is probably too many. Is this too many?
No, this is good. This is a good amount.
I just kept screenshotting them. This is my favorite.
Okay.
This is from Jolo. You're the dumb and dumber of YouTube. You should be taken down by the CIA or NBI.
Nice.
Imagine that.
Does that means Men in Black, right?
No, NBI.
What's the NBI?
Dunno. I love the fact that the CIA would be like, you know what?
These guys are... Look, we don't like these guys' videos. They're clearly just having a conversation and not breaking down 10 things we missed.
Yeah.
Let's kill them.
Let's go after them. Okay, so the NBI is the National Business Institute of Australia.
That's probably not it.
It's also the Philippine Consulate.
Oh.
Or the Northern Beaches Interchange.
It's probably the Northern Beaches Interchange. We'll never go on those beaches again.
I love hate mail.
It's good, right?
We should do it more.
Yeah.
But I don't like to overdo it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Because it also encourages, negative comments. And I like the kind of good community that we've built. More so here, obviously, than YouTube.
Yeah, sure, right.
Anyway, now it really is time for what we're reading.
We're reading what we're going to read.
Yeah. It's time for letters?
Wait, don't we have another
No,
segment?
sorry, what are we reading?
We're reading what we're going to read.
I am flying this
You
week.
are nailing this.
I'm doing the thing. What are we reading today?
All right, well, first of all, here's the thing. I was in a comic book store the other day.
Congratulations. What do you want, a bloody medal that says, I'm the biggest dickhead?
That would be good, actually. How big's the medal?
The size of a house.
Yeah, good. What's it made of?
Bread.
All right. Okay. Yeah, good. Great. Anyway, I saw that the final issue of Dark Knight 3 is out. Should I read it?
No.
Really?
You know what? Reading it all together is probably not that bad.
Okay.
Because I read it over 10 months or however long it took.
Yeah,
it's better than 2, but it's just not great. It's just whatever.
Yeah, okay, right. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? Give it a read.
Yeah.
Give it a read, yeah.
Should I wait till it's like $1 an issue on Comixology or something?
Yeah, but what is it now? Like 3?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's actually, you're right. You're not bad. Yeah, and that's true. But also...
You could sell that bread medal.
Yeah, right? Tell you what, I'm going to read.
Yep.
Because it's back, apparently. Game of Thrones
Yay,
is back.
that's what I had. It's on tomorrow. We're back into it, Mason.
No, I'm not.
Me and you.
No,
GOT bros.
No, we're not GOT bros. We're not GOT bros.
Hashtag GOT bros.
Oh, jeez, all right.
If you're a GOT bro like Mason, hashtag GOT bros.
Back into this bloody desolate universe. This desolate, depressing universe.
But this is where it gets all magic and dragons. It all...
So.
happens.
I guess the benefit is this season, again, because it's the pointy end of Game of Thrones, the series, most of the people in it are dead now.
Yes.
So I don't have to remember as many names. Just a lot of locations have been destroyed with green fire.
Yep.
A lot of people have had their eyes torn out or have been eaten by dogs. I don't have to think about them anymore. I just have to focus on like the 5 people that are going to live.
Well...
Potentially. The 2 or 3 people who are going to live.
Wow.
The one guy is going to live.
Wow.
Is Peter Dinklage going to live? I don't know.
You want to hear the most LA story I have?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why have you been wasting time on this Kingsman review?
Right. So I've never been to LA or the US before. I liked a lot of it. I liked most of it.
Oh no.
I should say.
This sounds like a James hates your country kind of story.
No. I just think stories about me meeting nice people...
No,
it's not
good.
that
You're
interesting.
right.
I caught up with Sean, the guy who did the Batman Superman animation.
Yeah,
great bloke.
John Willits, great
I caught
man.
up with some cool dudes over. Andrea over from Loot Crate, who
great.
it was awesome. We went out for dinner together with her husband. Also, it wasn't just like a secret rendezvous, Mason.
Okay, right.
No, they were really
this
awesome.
wasn't your Joss Whedon scenario.
No,
this wasn't your.
It wasn't.
Your Joss. That's what I'm going to call it from now on. Your Joss Whedon. It's your gimme.
That's it. But so I was getting in an Uber. I got in an Uber, to go to the airport because then I had to go to Vegas where a guy got glassed. That's another story. I'll tell that another time. But
one of your friends specifically, not just a
guy.
He
wasn't. It was in the group.
Okay, right.
Yeah. Did I tell you this?
Did you glass him?
I didn't glass anybody.
Well, you're not directly one of my friends.
You didn't go to
glass.
school with me.
Glassed.
But so I got to the Uber and the guy's like, I'm going to do the accent.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry. But
when you say accent,
yeah,
do you mean American accent or Indian accent?
I'm going to do the Indian accent. No, American.
Okay, great.
So he's like, "Hey, man, how you doing?" That's not good, is it?
No,
I'm sorry.
That's a very good vague American.
And I'm
accent.
like, I'm good. I'm fine.
We got an email this week.
Yeah.
Somebody said, "I'm from Wales. Can you do a Welsh accent?"
No,
no,
definitely not.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "No, I'm good. Yeah, how are you?" And
I
he's
can
like,
only do Pierce Brosnan in GoldenEye, where he goes, "Buy me a paint." You know that bit? To Sean Bean. He's like, "Buy me a paint," which I assume is slightly Welsh. I assume when he screams, it's slightly Welsh.
Isn't he Irish?
I don't know. I thought Pierce Brosnan was Welsh.
I don't think he's Welsh.
I'm thinking of Christian Bale.
Yeah, or maybe Dalton. Is Dalton Welsh?
I don't know. One of them's Welsh.
Bond wouldn't drink a pint.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Anyway.
But what do we got? So I'm like, "Yeah, good. How are you?" And he's like, "Yeah, great, man, great. Like this week, awesome. Last week, not so much." And I'm like, "Oh, why is that?" And he goes, "Well, today, you'll never believe this. It's my 1-year anniversary." And then he pauses. So I go, "Oh, congratulations." And then he's like, and then he goes, Don't congratulate me yet. You don't even know what it's for." So I'm like, "Okay.
You don't know the ways of banter with a cabbie, mate."
Yeah, this is not going to end
He is
well.
Pierce Brosnan is Irish.
He's Irish. Okay, there you go. And I go, "Okay, what's your anniversary?" And he goes, "Today's my 1-year anniversary of being a vegan." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck,
wow.
no. This is a 50-minute trip."
Yeah.
So then he proceeded to spend 50 minutes telling me about the perils of eating meat. I just straight away, I'm like, "I'm vegetarian." I'm not vegetarian, but I don't want to lecture. I know eating meat is not good for the environment and probably your body. I'm very much aware of that, but I don't need a lecture. And
wait, okay, okay, continue.
He's still on Brosnan.
I'm still thinking about it. I'll get to it in a second.
And the conversation culminated in he was like, don't you reckon they should take all the money out of like nuclear war and war in general and put it into education? And I'm like, well, yeah. Probably. But that's not a startling revelation, you know what I mean?
That's
And
true,
also, there's a lot of steps in between those two things to make that happen. It's not just a matter of distributing funds to there's a...
But also, what I like about this particular interaction is that one of the cliches about a vegan is, hey, how do you know somebody's a vegan?
They'll immediately...
They'll tell you. And you go, hey, man, vegans literally harm no one. And nothing.
Yeah.
Give them the benefit of the doubt. They're good people.
I know vegans that are fine. Yeah.
But then he's just that guy.
God, he really got me.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do though? What do you do?
Oh, you leap out.
I can't. How? I need to get to the airport. Am I gonna risk my amazing Uber rating? I don't think so, Mason.
All right.
Actually, I don't really care. I don't even know what my rating is. Anyway, fuck that guy.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Famous Welsh celebrities.
Here we go. Catherine Zeta-Jones. Christian Bale.
Richard Burton, Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins, Welsh.
That's what it says here.
No way.
That's what it says here. Anyway, pick one and I'll do an impression using them as the basis.
What are my options?
Anthony Hopkins.
Catherine Zeta-Jones, do that one.
Okay, right.
Oh no, he's doing the stretchy thing from Entrapment where he's going under the lasers.
And then I'm out. I reach the lasers. I'm going past the lasers. Bandit Pet!
All right. Mason, what have you been reading or doing or watching or playing?
I had a day to myself, so I caught up on Star Trek Discovery.
And?
I enjoyed it a lot. It's good.
Yeah?
It might be my favourite Star Trek series.
Well, Mason, you're wrong because you're not a real fan.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I don't know. That being
But
said,
this
I haven't watched it that much.
has good solid action.
Yep.
It's got great sets. It's got good effects.
Really good effects, yeah.
It's got, I don't know, I like all the characters. Doug Jones is in it.
He is in it!
As another of his wibbly wobbly, skinny, weird characters. It's pretty good.
You know what?
It's got a lady named Michael, then you know it's the bloody future.
I tell you what, Mason. You know what I don't like? And even though I understand why they do it, because I guess you can't really have the Klingon speaking English. Klingon is a horrible language to listen to.
Yeah.
It's just, it's just that. And there'll be like 10-minute sequences of people just going, like just at each other.
Yep.
Am I wrong?
You can turn the volume down.
It's horrible. Yeah. It's not the volume, it's the
Yeah.
I do not like it at
But
all.
you know what? I liked the action sequence. I said I like the action sequence. It's great. Stop doing that.
Also, I saw Hamilton. It's great.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's really good.
Are you going to write some sort of rap after this?
Yes. You ready? I've actually already written it.
I'm ready.
No, I'm not doing it.
You can do it to the letters theme. How about that?
Sure.
All right, here we go. It's loading.
Yeah.
James is going to do his rap.
Buy me a pad.
Nice.
That is going to be the impression of everything from now on.
Here right now, we're going to do letters.
Buy me a pint. You got some letters, Mason?
I'll find a letter, don't you?
This is such a shit episode.
No.
What do you got?
Yeah, you got some tweets or some letters there, James?
I got many tweets and
I'm
you
ready.
have maybe some letters. I tried to make them all related to your butt.
Oh, what?
Gotcha. Comic-Con.
Yeah, nice.
What do we got here? This from Chef. Nick Fury could potentially be a skull. A Skrull? He would be a skull.
Could
under
be a
there.
skull, yeah.
Discuss. # Weekly Planet Pod.
Oh, that's a good question.
I think after someone's going to be a Skrull in Avengers Infinity War. Someone's going to be like, oh shit, Ant-Man was a Skrull for this last however long.
Yeah,
or whatever,
right, wow, okay.
I think you don't write them in without later.
Who do you think could be a Skrull then?
Any of them.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I think they'll probably be like, they might even kill like Captain America and then be like, that wasn't Captain America.
Yeah,
something
right.
like that.
Do you think it? I guess my larger question would be: at what point do you think you'd replace somebody with a Skrull? Would somebody be a Skrull since the 90s?
Yeah.
Do you think somebody
was well, that's because they kind of did that with Hydra as well. They already did like everybody was secretly Hydra.
Hydra, that's right.
Turn
Yeah,
my bloody PlayStation.
Yeah,
again.
did, yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. Maybe. What do you think? That's what they'll do?
well, I think if they're going to introduce,
They will on Agents of Shield.
yeah, I think if they're going to introduce the Skrulls in the 90s, I think they've got to put in an agent from the 90s.
Yeah.
So maybe they have to reveal.
Maybe that dude from Ant-Man, that henchman. What's his name? I was going to say George Michael.
Luis Pena.
No. The dude who Michael Douglas cracks his head on the table.
Oh right, sure,
Turns
yeah,
out to be
maybe.
Hydra.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, if he's Hydra and a Skrull,
Well,
like, is that too
yeah.
much? I don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
But not all Skrulls are evil. Also, are they?
No.
Yeah. Not all Skrulls, Mason.
That's precise. They're very correct.
Hashtag. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel you have to. I don't know. I guess they could. They could make like Hawkeye's wife a Skrull. Oh, they have kids though.
Yeah.
That'd be weird.
Yeah, I guess so. But you got to replace at some point.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, someone has to be a Skrull, Mason.
I agree.
Who is it? Skrull Hunt.
But the problem also is that if you make somebody a Skrull, then you take away some of their achievements.
Yes.
So like if you were like, okay, this person's been a Skrull since Avengers 1.
Yeah.
Then you're like, well, what have they done? The Skrull's done all the work, you know?
It's a Mad Eye Moody situation.
It is, isn't it?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Not really.
Mad Eye Moody was actually David Tennant the whole movie, and then at the end you find out that he was David Tennant, and then the real Mad Eye Moody shows up at the end and also in the next movie.
What movie are we talking about?
Harry Potter.
All right, okay. Good. Hey, David, here's a bit of a bloody spin-off question.
Oh, yeah?
Related to David Tennant. This isn't bloody...
Is this Doctor Who related?
This is Doctor Who related.
Yeah.
Adam Beadle wants to know, what do we think of the casting of Jodie Whittaker as Doctor Who?
Fine.
Me too.
Don't care.
Yeah. We've done this so many times, I feel.
Yeah.
That I've developed a fable. It's called The Man Who Gets Really Mad About Cheese. So imagine, if you will, there was a man and he really loved a particular type of cheese.
Yeah.
Right? He loved it, which is fine. Could be any one of us. But then imagine he loved this particular type of cheese so much that if you said, hey, I love that cheese too, he was like, oh yeah, tell me all the ingredients of the cheese in order. Because that's the only way you can properly appreciate cheese, is knowing all the minute details. You can't just enjoy it. You have to really be a prick about it. Anyway, one day he goes down to the supermarket to get his cheese. They've changed the box. Changed the shape of the box. And he gets real mad about it. He's like, I've been eating this cheese for 40 years.
Is it the same cheese?
It's the same cheese.
Yeah.
He's like, I'd never again. I'm sick. I've been a good what they're doing is it's not the same with a different box. It's different. And people are like, well, why don't you eat the cheese? It's like, it's not maybe it's the same cheese. It's like, it's not the point. It's the principle of the thing now. It's just the cheese company. They're pandering to people who like cheese but don't like cheese as much as I like cheese. It's pandering to people who don't like cheese at all. They think they'll get more people to eat cheese if they change the box. It's just the bloody dairy justice warriors out there changing the shape of the cheese. It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
So that's what this is.
That's how I feel about cheese.
Yeah, right, exactly. And you might say, some gooses out there might be like, no, Mesa, your metaphor doesn't hold up because this new doctor's a lady and so she might characterize this doctor as a lady with lady stuff and lady problems.
Sure.
And that's not what the doctor's about. Except, so it's like if they changed the recipe for the cheese, then the cheese would taste different.
Sure, okay.
But your metaphor falls down. Except the doctor, when the doctor dies, the doctor changes their appearance and their characterization. So even
like a cheese, like a different cheese.
if Jodie Whittaker changes the characterization of the doctor, or acts exactly the same as the previous doctor, or does whatever, that's still within the characterization of the doctor.
Of the cheese.
It's the same. It's the same.
Of the cheese.
Yeah, of the cheese, exactly.
Yeah.
My metaphor's falling apart. But
no, I agree with you.
it's just a different box.
Yeah, that's right.
And
it will also change again.
Yeah, it'll change
in
again.
3 to 5 years.
And if what you're saying is that the doctor can look like anyone and have any characterization except for a look that I don't want and a characterization that we don't know yet.
Yes.
And I'm mad about it.
The other thing is, and we talked about this maybe even a few years back.
Yeah.
We saw this coming.
Yeah, totally.
You have to have seen this coming because I think my theory was they put Capaldi in because he was older and they went, let's test the waters, let's do something different. Then they made the Master a woman, which set the grounds for the universe that Time Lords could change sex.
Yep.
They did that leading up to this.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, apparently they've been seeding it for ages.
Yeah.
So
anyway, look, again, I don't watch it anymore. So
what's next? Are they going to change the box of the cereal? Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, it'll be someone else again. But you know what?
What's next, Jane Bond? Yeah, fine, good, great. We've said that for ages. Yeah, please do.
Or don't. I don't care.
Yeah, right? Anyway, good stuff.
But yeah, the other thing is, if you don't like it, there'll be another version that you do like or don't like. You know what I mean? It changed. It's in flux. It doesn't matter. It's temporary.
Yeah.
Cheese.
Yeah. Shut up about it.
I didn't get your metaphor.
Should we get cheese afterwards?
Yeah, let's get some
cheese.
Jeff.
Bearing in mind, I like cheese more than you.
How dare you? I don't like it since they changed the box. Yeah. Got a letter, Mason?
I'm still looking, man. Hang on.
Good gravy.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride.
Somebody gonna slow me down. Whoa,
Oh no,
whoa.
I got to keep on moving. And I'm gonna make my ride. Don't stop. If you break my stride, I'll murder your wife.
Oh, here's a good one.
Okay.
So this is from John Wright. This is on the email, weeklyplanetpod@gmail.com. It's titled Harrison Ford Ultimatum.
Ooh.
Anyways, he found the podcast a few months ago. He loves it. He said something nice
Harrison
about the show.
Ford did?
No, John Wright did. Harrison Ford wouldn't listen to this. He's a guy with a CB radio in his head. He would not listen to a podcast. Thanks for introducing me to the folks that do go on. They're a lovely bunch.
No problem.
Again, I think I've said this on the show. I've certainly said it to you in person. I'll recommend that show to people. And they're like, oh yeah, I'll give it a try. And then a week later, they're like, I've listened to every episode.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So here's the ultimatum. Would you rather have to tell Harrison Ford that he's too old to fly and you've come to revoke his pilot's license, or tell him he's too old to wear an earring and that you have come to remove said earring?
Well, it's a question of which is funnier.
Yeah,
like which
right.
I feel like the pilot's license one would dangerous. Like he'd fight you for that, but he might not fight you on the earring because you see him at events and he sometimes doesn't have it in.
I think he would fight you on the earring.
Really?
I think opposite. I think if you said, Harrison Ford, I've come to revoke your pilot's license, I think he'd say, I don't believe you, and also I'll see you in court. Like, you can talk to my lawyer about it, kind of thing.
Sure.
But I think if you were like, I'm here to take your earring from you.
So if he says no, do you have to get it off him?
I think so, yeah.
So you have to rip it out of his...
I'm assuming, yes. You have to physically take it from him, yeah.
Do you reckon either of us could beat up Harrison Ford?
Yeah.
I mean, he's old, but he's pretty strong.
You don't know that.
He's fit. He looked after himself.
He broke that leg because he went through a door the wrong way.
No, the door fell on him.
That's what I mean.
I'm pretty sure that would break anybody's leg.
Right, fine, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think we could take him together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we could take his license and his earring.
Yeah.
I
think the earring would be a funnier conversation to have. Just be
really?
Like, yeah, because I reckon I could talk him out of it. Just be like, what are you doing? Like, how old are you? Like 74? People don't do this. Nobody even wears earrings anymore,
I guess
man.
it depends on what he's more proud of. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I think he's more proud of pilot licensing, I'd imagine.
Or do you think he's more proud that he's cool enough to wear an earring? When does he wear the earring? Does he wear the earring when he's hanging out with Ally McBeal?
It's maybe. I don't know.
Does she love it? Does she love it or does she hate it?
That's a really good question.
You might have to get Ally McBeal on side.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Surely she doesn't. Because it's not. I don't know. It's not even it's like a weird stud as well.
Yeah,
do you know what I
right.
mean?
It's a diamond
Yeah, it's
stud,
not.
yeah.
I'm not against earrings, but I just don't feel it even. It doesn't suit him at all.
Maybe one of his kids gave it to him or something.
Right, yeah.
Then you'd really have to fight him for it.
Absolutely.
He'd give up the pilot's license for. Why are we talking about this?
Because you brought it up.
I did bring it up.
Yeah.
Glad we came to the bottom of that conundrum. Did we come to a consensus on that?
Earring, I guess. Or you pick the other one. I'm going to say earring.
Yeah, earring.
Done.
Yeah, nice.
As long as we can get Ally McBeal on side.
That's right.
And we can beat him up.
That's all I want. That's all I want.
All right. If you do want to reach the show, #WeeklyPlanetPod. They've got a few Twitters here. What do we got here? This is from RoboTrader or Robot Radar.
Oh,
take that however you want. Do you think Iron Man is stealing other MCU movies? So,
in terms of like
Civil
he's in
War,
Spider-Man Homecoming.
Spider-Man, Iron Man 3, he was all over that.
His character is divisive, I think, now.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like,
Not that I don't like seeing his movies and I don't like seeing him stuff, but I don't like him as a person. I think he's terrible. I'm glad he got beat up.
Yeah,
it was
right.
great to see.
Yeah.
After Age of Ultron, I'm like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
He's terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, like I think
he never learns anything.
They need to redeem his character in Infinity War or the next one. They need to have a scene where he's like, I'm sorry I tried to kill all of you, and I'm sorry I keep building these weapons of mass destruction. Like
Civil War was a lot of that, though.
Yeah, like
I
Iron
liked
Man's
him in
always been my
Civil War.
favorite character, but like I can only forgive this character so much before I'm like, what are you doing, man?
So the killer robots, it's not enough for you?
No.
That he made a whole bunch of killer robots?
No,
or
that
we
was-
made one that they made a whole bunch of
Yeah, that
more?
was bad.
Yeah.
And he keeps,
Like, the Sokovia Accords are put in place to stop him specifically.
Yeah,
And then he's
right.
like, I think this is a great idea. You shouldn't fly in and stop terrorisms in other countries that aren't yours. You're doing this.
Yeah, right.
This is for you.
Yeah.
You never see Captain America run into Iraq and,
Yeah.
and do whatever.
You shouldn't build unlicensed weapons. I've built hundreds of them. I've got more Iron Man suits I can ever wear my whole life. I've got them built into everything. I've got one built into a helicopter. Got one built into a watch. Got them all over the place. My shower turns into an Iron Man suit just in case I'm attacked in the shower. Then I can just retaliate and blow up their home country. No.
Yeah, he's a terrible bloke.
Yeah. So there needs to be a scene where he's like, and then again in Civil War where he learns that the Winter Soldier killed his parents.
Yeah.
Under mind control.
And
So-
he loses it.
Yeah.
He loses his shit.
Yeah. Grow up, mate.
God. How many parents has he killed?
Yeah.
So many.
So many.
And indirectly, or sometimes directly.
Yeah.
God, he's a bad bloke. But also, that's what I like about him. I like that he's
Sure,
like,
right.
I enjoy watching him
Yeah.
because I kind of hate
And
him.
man, he's got some sweet suits, doesn't he?
It certainly does. But I also love seeing Captain America like beat the shit out of him. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed
Yeah.
that. Yeah. He deserved that. It was a long time coming.
Yeah, look, if this is one long arc where at the end he's like, I'm really sorry about all this.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to retire from the limelight forever. I think that
Yeah.
will be a good send-off.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
if he's still the way he is in the next couple, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. Knock
People
it
are,
off.
yeah, that's going to divide audiences.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm kind of over his quips as well.
Yeah.
It's a bit
Yeah,
kind
right.
of, yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, it's a bit much, Mason.
It's a bit much, isn't it?
Are you ready for another letter?
I'm ready for another letter.
Okay, this one's from Salam Udin.
Yes.
Says, do you think summer blockbusters are dying with Star Wars, Justice League, Thor, Ragnarok being released in November, December? We've talked about this before, right? How any month can be a blockbuster month, Mason.
So just this is this. Does he mean so? Not the blockbuster is dying. Just the idea that summer blockbusters.
Yeah. We call them winter blockbusters.
We sure do.
We still call them summer blockbusters.
We call them chilly blockbusters. Ice blockbusters.
Put on an American
flag cardigan.
and get
do
out
it.
there. Yeah. No, I just think it's just shifting. I don't understand why they load the middle of the year with all blockbusters.
Yeah, right.
It makes no sense because a lot of them don't do well.
Yeah, and I don't have time to watch.
John Carter of Mars.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I could do a blockbuster a month, but I
Sure.
can't do 4 in a month.
No, it's
I
too
should
much.
have time, but for some reason I don't. I'm too busy just being asleep or staring
I
into
don't want
space.
to. I don't. Yeah, I don't need that many either. Yeah, if I'm
You have to
honest.
do so many videos.
Too many.
Too many
So many
videos.
things missed. So many Easter eggs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Oh yeah, Bona Pasqua, Mason.
Oh, thank you.
That means get a good Easter.
Means no worries until the end of your days.
End of your Easters. Yeah. Do you have a good Easter? Having a good Easter? It's still Easter.
It's fine.
Yeah, isn't it?
Everything's fine,
Did
yeah.
you get any egg?
I've eaten no egg.
I can probably get you an egg.
Oh, thanks.
Just a regular egg.
Good, that's what I wanted. I called you bluff. That's That's what I wanted, just a regular egg. This has been my game plan for this whole time, is for you to offer me an egg live on the podcast, and you did.
Wow, what an era we live in. I know.
All right, Mason, that's the show.
We'll be recharged and ready to go next week.
Yep.
But right now, we're buggered.
What's the end of the show?
Okay, so you know what? If you want to, you know what you should do? Go to planetbroadcasting.com. We have it.
The site's up. It's happening.
Site's up. Planetbroadcasting.com. We're going to record some new audio stings.
We did some ads we did not agree with to get that domain
That's
name.
right.
No.
All sorts of casinos.
So many casinos.
You can go to our Amazon affiliate link, which is directly in the episode description.
I'll do it.
What can you buy? What's fun that you could buy?
Eggs.
In what context are eggs fun, James?
You can eat them. You can throw them.
That's not fun.
Eggs.
Look, all right. All right. Hang on. How are you preparing the eggs?
I'm not.
So I'm eating raw eggs.
Yes.
Is that fun?
For me to watch you eat raw eggs.
All right. Get some eggs, guys. If you buy some eggs on Amazon...
Get someone to eat them.
Yeah, get some...
It's fun.
That is fun. Then send us a tweet of a unsuspecting friend being forced to eat raw eggs. Anyway, but if you do that by clicking through our Amazon affiliate link, we get a kickback somehow. You pay the same low prices for eggs. You're gonna make, and you get the unlimited entertainment value of forcing your friend to eat raw eggs.
Coerce.
We get a kickback somehow. I don't know how that works.
All right. Thanks for listening.
Grab that gem, you guys. We'll see you next week. Wait.
Or don't, because maybe the rules have changed of the universe, Mason.
What do you mean?
Because of the Peter Quill thing. Do we have to change it? Because the origin of Grab That Gem is from the Guardians of the
I'm not
Galaxy
changing it.
episode. I think we should change it.
We'd have to change the merch. What do we? It'll have to be what? Where's my Paschetti?
It'd have to be no.
No,
it'd
it
have
is.
to be.
No, it is. That's the rules. Hey, who ate
Fine,
all my?
we're not changing it. We
We
won't change it. We're not changing it.
Grab
Right?
that gem, you guys. See you next week. Bye.
I should get new headphones. Actually,
Dog, you gotta get up. You gotta get up, man. Dog. What are you dogging about? You're dogging about. Come here, dog. You gotta get up, you dog.
She was asleep.
You dirty dog. I've woken you up. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm a bad bloke, but luckily I can pick you up in this blanket.
That's not like that at all.
Hello, James. I'm back.
Mason,
how do you feel now?
I've ate so much fruit.
Yeah.
Yep.
You feel
That's
ready?
the thing that definitely I said multiple hours ago.
That's right.
I've carried that over.
But you're ready to go back and bloody podcast for another year?
It depends, Mason. What have you got in store for us in terms of schemes?
Oh, James, I'll save the man cave.
good.
I got all the money together to save the man cave. I opened a lemonade stand.
Oh.
I got the band back together for one last gig.
What band?
I sold some missiles to Iran. I won a
Wait,
hot dog
what?
eating contest.
Hang
yeah,
on.
I know. I don't even like hot dogs, but
No,
I did
not
it.
that
But
one.
I
I
did
wanna-
it. But I did it for the man cave. Anyway, we saved it for yet another year.
That's lucky, Mason. I
Isn't it
appreciate
though?
it.
Yeah.
That's why you're the co-host with the most Iran selling, weapons dealing attitude.
The lemonade was really good.
Was it?
Yeah, a really rich man in a limousine bought some.
Oh, good. That helps. Yeah.
Helps a lot, yeah.
Well, thanks for listening to this, everybody. Thanks for Raw Collings. Thanks for Happy New Year, obviously.
Thanks for everybody who listened this year.
Yeah, it's been last
We couldn't
year.
have done it without you.
Well, this year and last year.
Oh, yeah, also, yeah.
Yeah. Big thanks
All
again
the
to
years.
all
that
the
people
years.
have been listening.
Huge thanks to Raw Collings though, because he does all of that. And how does he do it, Mason? As again with the editing software.
Editing and he's got the eyes and the ears and the brain. Yeah,
all
hard.
those kind of things.
Yeah.
We'll be back on the 22nd. As I said, there's going to be stuff going up on my YouTube channel if you're interested in some caravan of garbage and that, because Mason saved the regular room. So
I did it.
He did it. How does he do it?
And James, now that I own the man cave, there's going to be a couple of changes. One new rule. Keep being great friends and have even more fun.
Oh, man. That sucks.
All right, grab that jam,
Happy
everybody.
New Year.
Happy New Year.
So have a safe holiday if you're on holiday, or go to work.
Okay, bye.
What? Oh, I'm married, bitch.
Nice.
That's my catchphrase.
That's what you say now. Yeah, it's good.
This podcast is part of the Planet Broadcasting Network.
Visit planetbcasting.com for more podcasts from our great mates. I mean, if you want. It's up to you.